First, there was the transistor radio, then the headphones. Now there's Music Best, the only fashion and personal sound systems currently sweeping the country. Music Best is designed to provide you with high-quality stereo music wherever you go, whatever the weather. With Music Best's waterproof speaker system, you can enjoy your favorite music whether you're exercising, riding, golfing, fishing, or just hanging around. Music Best is both elegant and versatile. Be the leader in your crowd. Order your Music Best today.
Call 1-800-562-0039.
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left. In the closet, that's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it, say, don't touch.
Don't touch. If you didn't miss, that's fine. Could you walk and talk at the same timing? Please, my letter is on that mix. So remove your bag so I can call you a kid.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
I love meat sticks. Who's with me? Who loves them? Who loves a good meat stick? Chewing on it, sucking on it.
Get it? BF Live by my friend Ray, big Civil War buff. Do you like the Colonel Agnes? Of course. Fun Gus Fun it. How long till Ray is under FBI surveillance?
Because you're looking up strange things. I think that's what it.
Oh, because I'm Husey Entertainment producer. Yeah, there was a lot of like covering of pedophilia today from the beginning to that Catch a Predator guy. So yeah, that's
this is not good. This is not good.
Producer Joe. Ray told me that he paid the BYB guys to leak your personal info. Stevie Lou and Ari can confirm this.
Oh, Ari. Whoa, that's not.
First, I'd have to watch the podcast, Joe, and you know how I am about podcasts if I'm not on them.
Well, in fairness,
I could kind of survive it.
look at that. People are subscribing.
Thank you, BF. Thank you, and I'll read your names when you come up. I didn't realize.
We got to get.
Okay, so if you had a racehorse, what would you call it?
Right, I'm gonna go on to this. Right, if I had a racehorse, it would be called My Face. So all the fit girls in the racecourse would be going, "Come on, my face! Come on, my face! Come on, my face!"
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh shit.
We're doing it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to BF Live Stream Show 182. What's good in the Stream Show hood, everybody? How everybody doing? Everybody good? Everybody still here? Everybody's okay, right? We're all good. It is Wednesday. It is November 6th. Yes, it is the day after that dreaded election day. But thank goodness, because now maybe I'll see something on my TV other than political ads and bullshit, and maybe we can just get on with life as we want to. How's everybody doing today, folks? I'm your man, Buffalo Bobby Fran. I'm going to hang out with you for the next 3 hours and try to hold it down for you right here in the midday, in the afternoon, folks. So let's see. Yes, it's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the week.
We're doing it.
We are, in fact, doing it. What time is it? It's 12 o'clock right here, high noon on the East Coast of the United States, which is traditionally lunchtime for a lot of the working people out there. It's 9 a.m. for my Pacific West Coasters out there. How's everybody doing today? You ready to have fun for the next couple, 3 hours? We're going to hold it down right here in the midday with BF Live Stream Show 182. We're going to do the chat family check-in. We'll do the BF Live other news or not so serious news. Miserable news history moment tacked on the end of it. We're going to do something different today. We're going to have a segment called Crushing It. We're going to see shit just get crushed. Everybody likes seeing stuff get crushed, right? So we'll check out some stuff in our Crushing It segment. We'll see how things look, how they fare when they go under kind of those hydraulic presses and everything. All kind of other fun stuff that we can get into and stuff that I have written down here. Whatever time allows, folks. But I know one thing that time allows. Time allows my bro backstage coming in. He looks like he's on fire. He's the prop master. My friend and yours, Scott Fitzpatrick.
Smoking.
Yeah, I was looking at you backstage and I'm like, is my boy on fire back there? I thought you had your ashtray in front of you or something, maybe.
I do.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's
I
great.
guess my internet seems to be holding out. The last show I did, it was I couldn't do the show. I had to bail out.
Wow. That's so surprising because you've been through so many adventures trying to get to good internet, and we had you at a good place for a while. You had yourself at a good place for a while, but then you had experiences, storms and little different kind of outages and all. But you're looking great, man. You're not glitching. Cool. You're not doing the max headroom thing. I can hear you and all. How have you been, man?
Can't complain. The last time I seen you was when the show went out.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say that, brother, because that was so weird, buddy. And I feel bad for anybody that's left on the screen when you're sitting there like, okay. It's like that scene from Wayne's World where Wayne walks out of the show and Garth sits there and goes, okay, welcome to Wayne's World. Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun, right? I feel like I'm setting up somebody for that kind of thing, buddy. Yeah,
I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm not going. The next time if something like that happens again, I'm going to have something on the ready because I'm not like you, Bobby Nick. I'm not like you guys, man. I'm not a leader. I'm just here as a.
Well, I don't think you know what you are until you're put in that position, buddy. But yeah, that would be an interesting idea, being the prop master. Like, have a ready bit idea that you go to, like you got to break in case of emergency. You like break the glass or something, right?
You might have been gone a minute, and it seemed like an eternity.
I know it totally reminded me of that Wayne's World scene. And bro, I ran upstairs so fast because all I was thinking about was that my bro Scott is sitting there going to do his best to hold down my show until I get back on air, and I felt so bad for you. Oh my God.
It's good though. I learned something. I don't know.
Bro, how about that? We learn more by these mistakes and correcting them and learning how to do things quickly at the last minute, like right before we start shows and everything. It is trial by fire, basically, right?
Yep. It definitely is for me.
But it was crazy, bro, because typically I thought what happened, I guess you backed out and I backed out. So when I went back to the show ended itself, which I've never experienced before with StreamYard. Typically, I thought the show would just kind of linger with nobody in the studio until I ended it, but it ended on its own, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't back out. I was ready to give that last minutes till you got back, but it just ended. I don't know
something very weird technically happened, buddy. So I had to I ended up creating another link called Show 180 Redo, and my bro Deadfool jumped in and gave me 20 gifted memberships. So thank you. Thank you for rewarding me because I was at that point, Scott, where I was like, there was about an hour in the day left. Hour in the show left. And I'm like, is it worth like creating a link and going through all this trouble to get back on? But man, you would have thought I didn't even go off the air, buddy, because all of our friends found me again with the new link. It was really cool, Scott.
Cool, man. Sorry, everybody.
Hey man, we can't do nothing about these technical difficulties, man. All right, man. Well, we're here. I don't want to over labor it too much because we've already been beaten for the last year or so about this election and everything. But it's done. What you got, Bert? We'll touch on it real quick when we do the BF Live. What you got?
I just got shut an event. I'm okay.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were like maybe your green screen was falling on you or something. I wasn't sure quite what was going on. But yes, we're just moving on, folks, because that's all you can do, right? We affect the things that we can affect right here, like hanging out and having fun. Come on, we live it and laugh. Roll with me. I'll be your president. I'm your motherfucking president. What you know about that?
Blazing green, always lean. That's his motto. Puffin' slow.
Living life.
You gotta laugh it up, my dude. Living life. Just keep it chill. Stay in that mood.
Live and laugh. That is my path. Come on.
That's his path. And laugh.
That is my path. That's right. This is BF Live Stream Show 182 on a Wednesday. It is the midweek freaks, we like to call it. Midweek freaks. Come on. Scott, I even tried to watch Perry's election coverage last night. I was just I'm so done with the election and everything. I didn't even want to see like amusing election coverage. I don't want to see any of it anymore. Like, I'm done. Done.
Same here. I watched Perry's too, and I just used it as background noise.
I was going to go like there for like an escape because I was looking for things that weren't election related last night, and it was very hard to find. I mean, Christ, everyone and their mother thought, hey guys, here's an idea. I'm going to go in and do a YouTube election show tomorrow. Here's a real original idea. And you go on YouTube and everybody and their mother's uncle is doing a freaking election show. Because we can't get enough of it, I guess. Unbelievable, folks. Well, we don't do that politics shit and election shit here. We have fun right here for 3 hours every day of live original content, buddy. So I think there's some chats building up in the chat family check-in. Why don't we do the chat family check-in, and then we'll move on to the news and all that other good stuff. You ready, bro?
We're doing it. We're going to do it.
All right, let's do that. We are going to do it. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you. All right. Especially considering how you got like left on the air the other day. It's good to see you again, my friend. All right. Well, I'm going to run my element. We're going to go to the chat and check the chat family check-in for BF Live Stream Show 182 on a Wednesday, folks. Let's go. Let me know what you're up to. You got a ham sandwich? You got peanut butter and jelly? You got crappy leftovers? Are you retired? What are you up to? What are you doing? Put it in the chat and let's go. BF Live chat family check-in.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. That's what chat family does. You talk amongst yourselves. You talk with me.
Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. You heard her. All right, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go right to the top of the chat. And I will remind you, as always, that always at the top of my chat is my PayPal preset options. Thank you in advance for anybody that takes advantage and using those links. There you go. There it is right there, as spoken. Terry Nee says, Merca, the collapse is delayed. Okay. Ever optimistic. That is kind of an optimistic statement coming out of Terry Nee, buddy. He's saying he's always talking about we're in the collapse, but now he's saying it's delayed. So I guess that's optimism, Scott.
Right. You know, after that last election, though, I didn't know. Even though they announced that he won, I'm still waiting for that something to sweep in and out from underneath him.
Yeah. Right, exactly. I don't know. I don't know. I think the concession calls will be happening later on and all. And yeah, so it's done. It's a done deal, folks. It's done, and we're moving on. Aunt Esther says, good afternoon, heathens. What up, sucker? Happy mother effing hump day and hoya.
Hoya.
Hoya, Aunt Esther.
Can I get a hoya? Can I get a hoya? Can I get a hoya?
Hoya the Reverend Wild Bill checking in from the ATL. Aunt Esther says, by the way, hit that mother effing like button. Come on. Don't piss off Aunt Esther. Do what Aunt Esther says. Please hit that like button, whether you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Rumble or on my Facebook. Thank you in advance. Dream Man says, Hoya. Dream Man, how are you doing, man? I tried to get down with that Perry coverage last night, but it was even that kind of annoyed me a little bit because Tom was having him go to certain channels, Scott. It was kind of funny in that way, and that he was forcing Perry to go to outlets he wouldn't normally go to.
You know what I did? I went and watched the one that I missed when Gina visited, and when she read his search history.
Bro.
Whoa.
Bro, that was fucking gross and scary, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was crazy. If you don't know exactly what Scott's talking about, last Friday, the lovely Gina Levy risked her life and risked everything and stopped in to apartment 102 and was hanging out with Perry, Scott. And yes, someone almost instantly within the first half hour basically paid to have Gina read Perry's internet porn search history. Bro, the words that were coming out of her mouth was totally uncomfortable, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and she made it funny though, man.
Big busty MILF sucking this and doing that. I'm like, oh, Gina, please. And he was in his glory. He had no shame to his game. He wasn't ashamed one bit.
Nope.
That gross son of a bitch. I felt like it was turning into Stockholm syndrome. And the way she jumped and reacted to what him yelling and everything. It has to be totally different in person when you're in those confines, Scott.
Like thunder.
Like thunder, probably so. On Esther says, hashtag Dreamman Hoya. On Esther also says, hashtag Wild Bill Hoya. Bybee says, good morning, BF. And the midweek freaks. Well, don't forget your boy Scott right there. He's your lifelong friend. Scott Fitzpatrick says, Terry Nee, Wild Bill, Dream Man, and On Esther from Scott Fitzpatrick. Someone block Bybee. Son of a bitch. You can't get away from him, huh, Scott?
No.
All your life. I imagine that is a thing between you guys because I imagine overall you guys are friends, but just like a relationship with a husband and wife or whatever, at some point you're just not ready for that person on a particular day. You might rub each other the wrong way every now and then, but I guess you know how to do that too, right?
Yeah, I think we just ball bust, but we do it in a severe way.
Yes.
And we both know it's just jokes and it's how we let loose, man. It's how we get rid of
And do you ever get close and he goes, wow, he really went a little over the line we normally step on sometimes. I imagine both of you probably do that sometimes, right?
Well, yeah, when broken bones were involved, that was a little bit far.
That's amazing. When you told me those stories about with the video game joystick and breaking bones and all kind of shit, that is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. Well, that's what best friends do when you know each other since kindergarten days. Manny Dip checks in and says, Hoya, Bybee, Scott, BF Live, and Aunt Esther, Dream Man, and Captain Nick. Well, Captain Nick hasn't been here all week. Shout out.
Scott!
I think Bobby Nick's been burning the other end of the podcasting candle on the later side, Scott.
Yeah, I can't keep up with him, man. I just barely able to do what we're doing here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you even trying, buddy, because I know for whatever reason, I guess a lot of the show, you do shows later in the night, and then you hang out with some people that you guys like to hang out with, and that doesn't always lend itself to a quick turnaround, come jumping on here for BF Live. So I appreciate when any of you guys show up, man. Thank you.
Right on. I like being here.
Thank you, man. Dream Man says, Ayo, Scott, and 666, and good morning, gang. Here's your boy.
Dream Man.
All right. Hey, Mandy from our friend Bybee checking in with the wrench. Ayo, gang from Dreamman 666. Hoya to my lovely sister Kathy. You get the digital kiss. You get the applause. There you go. And you get the Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Cyke Clyde checking in. The twisted mind of Cyke Clyde says, Hoya, Kathy, about time your bro wrenched you up. And I got Cyke Clyde. Look, don't get carried away just because I gave you a wrench a couple days ago, bro. Okay, you don't have to smart off or whatever. No, I already was guilted into giving my sister Kathy one a while ago. Once again, I'll let you know. See, even coming down to family, because I think Terry had him and different ones had him, Scott. And I just hadn't, technically I wasn't there yet to where I could kind of do things and give out wrenches on the fly and shit. So it was a while till my sister actually got a wrench.
Right. Yeah. I mean myself, I'm trying to just have a couple guys do it and they're doing fine. It ain't, they don't block everybody and it's all good.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to find.
If everybody has a wrench and when something goes awry, then they just blame each other. You don't know who done what.
Yeah. And I'm trying to strike that right balance where a wrench actually means something, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. You know what I was going for, because I want it to mean something when you see my sister with a wrench or you see a Bybee with a wrench, even though he won his from Jake. That was amazing. That was one of the best moments still yet on BF Live, where Jake come here and would he mother effed us all, and I gave him a wrench and he come in like shitting on people in the chat, and I took his wrench away and I had a contest and Bybee won it. That was awesome. That was a fun day, man, because I did like a number between 1 and 100, and I wanted it dead on, and people were throwing out numbers for the longest time, and Bybee won it.
It was the opposite for me. Bybee was on. I gave him a wrench the first day, and the first day I took it away from him because
damn,
block people, man.
See, so there you go. It's a power trip thing for a lot of people. It could be a power trip thing for the people that give them out or the people that have them. But yeah, Cyke Clyde's got one because he is the twisted minds behind Cyke Labs. Ding dong, Mrs. Cyke Clyde checks in. She says, Hoya, and happy Wednesday, everyone. Ding dong, this is Cyke Clyde says Hoya to Kathy and on Esther. Mandy Diff checks in and says, ding dong, getting the love. Mandy Diff says, psych, psych, psych. And she's using her Cyke Labs emojis, which you could also use if you member up right here on BF Live. Ding dong says, Hoya, Mandy. Cyke says, giving Mandy the hearts. Block a friend, block a friend. Who, me? Who, me?
You heard a friend, a blocking man. He kicks out people with just a hand.
Not true. I repeat, not true. I make accidents on my phone. I don't do it on purpose.
Laughing loud, living free. He's got the chat on lock, you see. Blocky friend, blocky friend. He blocks the hate, the #1 fan.
Don't hate.
BF Live, hear his plan. Blocky friend, blocky friend.
Dream Man checks in and says, Hoya, Cyke Clyde. Hey, Scott, I saw that Bob Levy had Rick Carucci on this morning, as well as Tom Gully. Did you catch any of that?
Just the like the last few minutes of Tom Gully on there is just the last few minutes all got.
Yeah, it can be hard for me to. I try not to get too engrossed into the shows because I think I've told you before. I'll sit here and be such a fanboy for Bob or whatever I'm watching. I'll forget that I'm doing a show myself. So I really have to discipline myself and go, no show. You might want to enjoy Bob and find out all the fun stuff that's being said, but I got to concentrate. But we had Rick Carucci on this show probably like a year ago or more, something like that, I think. And we had him on other shows that we've done, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people. I'm starting to forget him. I think.
Scott, isn't that something, buddy? I'm doing that too because we've had many friends on Replayables, and I was trying to think of people that we've had on, and it's a good problem to have because we've been doing so many shows now. You don't have that mental Rolodex. It's more than you can kind of retain, right?
Yeah, I never thought I'd be that way. I remember every moment, man. But there's been too many moments.
Same. I guess we're just getting to be seasoned pros at this. Cyke Clyde checks in and says, 666 to the Dream Man. Perry was great last night, right? With a question mark. It was just crazy. Like that Perry energy being applied to the election, Scott, it was just more than I wanted or whatever last night. And so, yeah. Mandy Diff checks in and says, hey, to just a guess. Dream Man says, Cyke, Perry was great. Tom B seemed very sour about it. Well, I know once again, it's Tom B having to tell him to do every little thing, like change the channel or don't just read the TV to me, like try to give us a show. So yeah, Scott was, Tom B seemed very aggravated last night for sure. Let's see. Cyke says, yeah, yes, Tom B was definitely a sourpuss last night. Yeah, he just wasn't in the mood for Perry's shit last night. I think I heard like MF him too, like mother effer or something like that, which is very rare for Tom B.
Yeah, usually bird brain, what he go with.
Bird brain or something. He's like, yeah, you look at you stupid mother effer. I mean, he was like, yeah, Tom was just not having it. And it's probably because they've been doing so many shows in a row. They just came off a Monday show where he's got to push Perry through it. And then they turn around less than 24 hours and they're doing this like election night show. So maybe Tom is at his limit, like I was talking about even with your best friends, like you and Bybee. Sometimes you just get to that limit with somebody, right?
Yeah, that last blocking that Jake gave me for 10 seconds, man, I was like, you motherfucker. And then I realized my rules. I had to get myself together.
Yeah, man.
Got out of character. Hit you on the wrong day and you can't.
Yeah, right. You're right. There's some days where you're not as big and as gracious as you like to be and stuff like that, right? Where some days you just want to MF the world or whoever like pissed on you or whatever, right?
Right. More tolerant some days than others.
Yeah, it is, and that is a thing, Scott. You're not wrong, buddy. Cyke Clyde, that's his link for his YouTube page, folks. That is a clickable link. You click on that when you see it running in the chat for this show today. It'll take you right to the Cyke Labs page, and you can watch his stuff. Do you feel it? Feel it now? Me crabs? Wait a minute. Do you feel it now? Oh, shit. Says our friend Dream Man. There's the links running for Scott Fitzpatrick page. You can watch his walk-in videos in the lounge with Bobby Nick channel and Dirky Threads, or Dicky Threads as Bob called him. Dream Man checks in and he's shouting you out, buddy. He says,
Scott!
Dream Man!
Ooh, I like that. There's another Scott right there for Cyke. I'll give him one too.
Scott!
I like the counter, Scott. I like that. When somebody like shouts you out or something like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. People ain't expecting that shit. Hoya Dream Man from Ding Dong. Hoya Mrs. Cyke Clyde from Dream Man. There's the Stream Element Spot once again running. You see them running throughout the show. There is Barnacle Bill checking in going, Diaper Gang. What's up? What's up, BB? BB in the place to be. BF Live Stream Show 182. Good afternoon, my friend. Mandy Diff checks in and says, I'm done with a check mark. Yay. How you doing, Mandy Diff? Checking in. On Esther says, hashtag Mandy Diff, hashtag Scott Fitzpatrick, hashtag Bobby, and Hoya. Ding dong, Mr. Cyke Clyde says, done with what, Mandy? Cyke Clyde says, I think we're all done. Glad we don't do Stut Joe or politics here. I literally couldn't escape it last night, Cyke, because you know, I go on YouTube. I live on YouTube. I don't really mess with TV much anymore. This is so much more rewarding and stuff. Scott, you about to say something, buddy?
No, same way. I don't remember the last time I really watched. I don't watch no TV, so it makes me miss the news and everything else.
Yeah, it kind of aggravates me sometimes when I go watch the TV. I'm like, what is this fucking nonsense on this TV, man? I'm so tuned out of TV now anymore.
Yep. Everything I've turned to, everybody was watching politics except for MLC, but they was just watching Keanu and her mom.
Great. Great. Choices were few last night, so I did some show prep and I did some napping last night. Cyke, Dawn, Hoya from On Esther. Bobby checks in and says, hey, Dawn, Esther. Cyke Clyde says, hi, Dawn, Esther. Hey, Bobby from Cyke Clyde. Ding Dong says, Hoya on Esther. On Esther shouts out my sister Kathy with a Hoya and some hearts. Bobby says, hey to Cyke. Hoya from the Dream Man. Ding Dong says, Hoya to Bobby. Bobby says, right back to Ding Dong. Dream Man says, that was his search history from one day. Let's get back to that, the Perry thing. Scott, I was so and like the words, the hot MILF stepmom does this and bangs that and sucks this. And I'm like, Gina, what are you doing? Oh my God.
She did good though, man. It made it funny.
She did do good. Like she just read him out plain, but he had no shame. Like, man, if I was a dude and a attractive woman or any woman was sitting there reading my porn search history, I'd be like cringe. Like I'd be sitting there ashamed, Scott.
Yeah, I would too. I don't look up porn or nothing. I try to stay away from it because I'm afraid, what if I die one day and who knows who's going to find it and see it? And
that's funny. Way. I think no matter how well we cover our tracks, we're always going to forget one thing, Scott. And we're going to be somewhere else, and one relative's going to be like, what if he got all these books over here in this thing? What the fuck is this? Yeah. I went out into the woods behind his house and found all these porn magazines. Go old school or some shit like that. He was old school. He did it in the woods. Hey, Dream Man from Bobby. Hey, Bobby, right back from Dream Man. Terry Nee says, I didn't know anything about the election until 8:30 this morning. Slept great. Hey. Shout out Terry Nee. Scott, once again, I told you that I was seeking things to watch that weren't election related. And I tuned into my boys Chris Abel and Shawnee. Even A2 Shawnee and E2 Chris, even they were doing a political show on 100 Proof Podcasting last night, Scott.
Well, Abel's has got that impression he does so good.
That's right. He does do a pretty decent Trump impression. Yeah, I don't know. It's just everybody did the election special, but I saw Terry Nee in there and I saw him check out at one point, Scott. He's like, that's it. I've had enough of the election stuff for tonight. I can't take no more election shit. So I think Terry feels like maybe I do too.
Yeah, I let the adults handle it, man. I can't. It's not for me.
Well, I mean, at this point, there's no, you go out and you vote and then that's it. And you can sit back and watch or agonize over the results if you want to. But what's done is done, people. What's done is done. There is a Stream Element Spot running my friend Space Cheap 75. That's his Cheap Public store. Do you like his cool drawings? Would you like to get some on a hat or maybe a nice shirt or something? Do you need a drawer ring or something? Hit up Space Cheap 75 on Twitter X. There's the 100 Proof Podcasting link that I was referring to. Scott's too sexy. I'm too sexy for my Scott. Too sexy.
Scott! I ain't figured out how to get it off Twitter yet, but he sent me. I know what he's talking about there. He sent me, and I'm too sexy. Me doing the walking, and he's put little. He's put little dancing women.
Yeah, I did pass by that this morning when I was doing a little show.
Oh, you
prep.
guys?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up real quick.
I couldn't figure out how to share it from the tweeter, the messages. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I guess the first thing I do is I'll start sharing the link or whatever. I'll share the link, and then sometimes if you can get better, you can figure out how to download things yourself and email them. There's different ways that we can do this stuff. But let me find the one with Scott. I imagine it's on his Twitter, right? Let's see. I don't know. Where's it at? It could be in the comments of this one. Let's see.
Had like it reminded me whenever I went to a Poison concert and it was doing an Unskinny Bop and they had the laser woman doll things dancing around.
Oh yeah, Unskinny Bop. You going back with that one?
Yeah.
Terry Nee, why isn't it in your feed, buddy? I thought it would be in Terry Nee's feed. Let's see. Let me check. How about let me check my feed? Because it was coming up under my my notifications and stuff. Here, I'll find it this way. Let's see. You guys are prolific. Let's find this one. My goat. So much in my feed. Bob and a goat. I'm looking for it. See how I'm even had a hard time. I thought it would come up quick. Terry Nee, you just. I got too much shit. I can't find it right now, Scott. Let's see. Terry Nee says, Bybee has a wrench, but not Mrs. Clyde. Stop. Don't start your shit, Terry Nee. He's the one that started shit with my sister Kathy going, well, I have a wrench and your own sister doesn't have one. Trying to guilt me into that. And yes, I thought about it right away as soon as I gave Cyke Clyde one. I'm like, well, I should have given Mrs. Cyke Clyde one. But there you go. There's that slippery slope we talk about, Scott.
Yep.
And then I'll give crazy. I think Chris Abels lost his shit last week, Scott, and he like snapped. He did a show, him and Shawnee did a show, and they literally like gave everybody in the chat a wrench the other day. Like everybody had one. So,
I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is, but I don't know if it is. Or not.
Yeah, you really got whatever. I would like it to mean.
I've seen it go bad. Yeah, I've seen it go bad for Joey C. So it's
yeah, because you're the friend that you have, and I've told this to other podcasters, Scott, and you probably know this by now, doing it a couple of years, that everybody makes early friends on these shows because you come on and you hit it off, and you have like a chemistry with somebody and all, but then ultimately, what happens? People kind of like some time.
The real them shows through, and
that's right.
You can only cover you can only cover it for so long. Eventually,
people show their real colors. Yep.
And sometimes the colors are good, sometimes they're not.
True. Right, but that's a good cautionary tale, Scott. And that you might want to know some people a little while before you just like hand out stuff. And
that's also why whenever the guys bicker and fight, that's why I don't choose sides. As long as they ain't done nothing to me, I'm the kind that can step aside and let my friends duke it out, and I'll be friends with both of them.
That's very smart, buddy, because ultimately, once again, with that situation, what happens? You take a side, them two kiss and make up, and you're the asshole on the outside.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Exactly. So it ain't worth it in the end, is it? There you go. That was a funny moment, says Dream Man. I think he's still talking about with Gina leaving reading that internet search history. Oh my God. And yes, that was one day. Right. And she was like, they could have just stayed there for hours just reading what he had up there in his that one day history, buddy.
John, it was all the gross incest sounding ones too.
Yeah, everything was stepmom, hot stepmom MILF wants to do this and all that stuff. Yeah, that was crazy. Cyke Clyde says it wasn't 1 to 100. It was like 100,000, and that was one of my first weeks listening to BF. LOL. Come on. It was like to 100,000. All right, I'm not sure what that. I missed that reference there. Johnny A saying nice. Blummel's defense lawyer checks in and says Hoya from the train. Well, come on, Blummels. Terry Nee says, I butt blocked the Reverend Wild Bill a while back. Terry Nee says, yes, Scott, they have to make that more difficult for that blocking thing.
I've never tried to block nobody. I've never went and looked. I don't know how. I don't know.
So what typically happens to me when I'm watching a live, and I think Terry Nee maybe experienced the same thing. When I'm watching a live and you got the chat up and you're looking at it, if I just like handle my phone and I accidentally put my thumb on the screen, it'll just hit whatever person was in the chat, and then it'll ask me for the options if I want to block them, remove them, or whatever. There should be multiple steps to that. It shouldn't be so easy that we could do it by accident with our hand. Like it should be like, okay, do you really want to block this person? Yes, or something like that. They need to make that a little tighter, I think.
Yep.
Blummel's defense lawyer checks in and says hello to me and you.
Vamos.
Hey, Blummels. Matt Bones up, BF, and the Midday Freaks. That's right. Because there's lots of morning shows, there's lots of evening shows, but nobody holds it down to midday like we do right here on BF Live. Thank you, Matt, for checking in. Who won, says Blummels? I'll touch on that really briefly because you can't totally disregard an American election. So when we do the BF Live other news, we'll touch on it real quick, and then we'll get on to some BF Live other news or not so serious news, because that's kind of the inspiration for my way of doing the news, is that I get so tired of the drum and the negativity and all the shit being beat in your head. And I'm like, there's other people in the world. There must be other good things or something great happening in the world. So that's why I like doing the BF Live other news. Matt checks in and says, "Prop master, walk in." Tom B started calling out people in the chat like 2 joints for stupid stuff, like using the word bud. Are you really? No, I wasn't catching all that because, like I said, I got aggravated with even that coverage, and I was like napping, waking back up, jumping on the phone, seeing what everybody was up to. Do you find yourself doing that, Scott? I kind of nap during some of these shows, like you said with Perry or something.
Yes, I do. It's almost I can't go to a movie or nothing because it just triggers me, man. I just get sleepy. I just fall asleep.
Well, they will get dark and all. It is funny now how I can fall asleep with Perry, Scott. I'll let the show play, and a lot of times it will be like him yelling that will kind of wake me up out of a deeper sleep or something.
For the longest time, I slept with him every night. That's what I slept to. Let it run all night for a year or more.
Yeah, and so I'll take a nap down here, and I'm like, what my wife must be thinking, because she hears this maniac yelling on the phone, and then I'm like sleeping through this shit, Scott. So that's funny. Matt says, "Great internet connection today, Prop Master." Looking good, buddy. Looking good, sounding good. There we go. Nope, no jinx there. Dang Lizard checks in from across the pond, and he says, "Hoya, everyone, as well as my friend Brutal Pain. Brutal Pain 518. I was talking to him on Instagram last night. He was showing a neat, I thought it was a Cutlass, but he has like an old 78 Malibu that was on a trailer, Scott. I like those old cars from that day, man.
Right.
They'll never make them like that again. Those old, I mean, they were basically race cars or muscle cars that they were like making in Detroit like that. They would come out with like 300 horsepower engines and shit. They were amazing.
Right.
Amazing time with cars. I like old Novas, like from the 60s and 70s and stuff. Yeah. I love that Mustang. I love all those old cars.
I like a lot of 50s. Like I like to get in the 50s. I have a 50s truck, and 50s is my favorite. 57 Chevy, of course. And all the,
yeah. You like those more curvy cars. They had all those rounded shapes and all that stuff. And shout out to my brother-in-law, rest in peace, Charlie, man. He was born in 1957, Scott, and he says they made two great things in 1957, the 57 Chevy and me. And there you go. So you're not wrong, buddy. Rest in peace. I got a picture of him right in front of me every day when I do the show. Let's see. Mandy Dip checks in and says, "What Cyke said?" Brutal Pain says, "I voted for D's nuts." Oh yeah, Brutal Pain from Cyke. Clyde is getting the love right back from Brutal Pain. KB Rock says, "Johnny A." KB Rocks. I guess you two brought up watching Kevin Brenner. Is that what we're talking about?
Probably.
Well, let me tell you this. Hold on.
We didn't start the fire.
There you go. What's up, Johnny A checking in? Dawn, Mrs. Cyke Clyde says, "Hey, Hoya the Brutal, Hoya Johnny from Mrs. Ding Dong Cyke Clyde." Dawn is getting the bones up from Brutal Pain. 666 on Cyke from Matt. Clyde says, "LOL, it was uncomfortable to say the least." I think we're still talking about those comments that Gina was made to read. Brutal Pain is getting the bones up love from your moderator there, Matt. Matt 666, buddy from Cyke Clyde. Hey, Ding Dong for Johnny A checking in. Brutal Pain says they have read his history so much he's numb to it now. You're not wrong, because I know that they kind of crowdsourced this a couple shows ago, like many months ago, where Tom was just sitting there, Scott, and he could have kept going too. He was just reading off like one after another on that porn history. And what's so funny is that what's so terrible is that Gina sat in that chair, and what's really telling is that during Tom B week, I think he read him the day after. He read him the day after that Tom B was over there. And I said, he must have waited until Tom B walked out the door and just jumped on the internet and just started jerking off like right away, bro. Because that history was so full. The next day, I'm like, he must have waited. Like the door must have slammed shut and he just started fucking just going at it like right away to have that much search history.
Right.
Hoya Matt from Ding Dong. Bones up Matt from Brutal Pain. Hoya Ding Dong from our friend Matt. Stacy Allen checks in. And she says, so sad yesterday was the last Shawnee Zone. Can't wait to hear what happens with the show in the future. Yes, Scott, I haven't talked to you in a day or two, but in the like was it maybe Sunday night or over the weekend, we kind of learned that Shuli kind of said that this was going to be like the last Shawnee Zone. He's, I guess, much like Bob, everybody like tightening up their stuff and everything, buddy.
Yeah, I see. I always missed it because we was on No Filter or whatever show, and then last night I had the bad internet and I wasn't able to get on the show. But now I slipped over and caught you guys for a minute, and I didn't know that was the last one.
Yeah, it was. And shout out, I'll say it once again. I said it on his show and I said it on my show yesterday. Thank you to Shuli Agar for all these opportunities that you've given me, for bringing sports heads over to your network. And then when saying that Shawnee might need a co-host, you thought of me right away. So I'll always thank Shuli Agar for that. As far as the future of the Shawnee Zone, Shawnee is busy with like his life and all. He has some kids he has to deal with, a job, a house, and all that stuff. He's waiting for things to calm down, maybe at the first of the year. And Stacy, I told him, and I've been encouraging him to start his own YouTube channel, Scott, because ultimately what Shuli always said is that he was looking for shows that were already out there, and you could use the network to kind of boost your exposure for your channel.
Yeah. Even when they let us go up Sports Heads, I had no bad feelings or nothing. I thought it was a good time and met people and learned things and seen things I didn't know. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was. And so, well, you know, I suggested to Shawnee a while ago. I said, you want to get your own YouTube channel. And I told him I would help him out in any way I could. Shout out Shawnee for letting me be a part of your show. And Scott, this goes back to how long we've been doing this again. Because if you would have told me when I was a young Stern fan that someday I would not only be on the air doing something similar, but I would be like calling or knowing Bob Levy or hanging out with Shawnee in the Shawnee Zone, I would have said, you're crazy.
Yeah, Wendy and...
Wendy,
it blows, I sit and get in my own head sometimes. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, right. So take yourself back to when we used to listen to Wendy call in, and she would call in with like calls like this, and we would go, and then if you were sitting back there in those days, and somebody said one day you are going to be on a show, have your own show, and Wendy's going to be on it, I would have said, you are nuts. Get out of here. You must be crazy. Uh-oh. Here we go. When she did this, hey Bob, you're gonna do a show with this woman one day. I've been like, what? Let's do it. We're doing it.
I want the power! I'm going nuts! I'm hungry! Come on, somebody break me fast and damn it!
That's our friend Wendy Pack. Yeah, Scott. So if you would have caught me back in the day listening to that song and said, you know, Bob, you're going to be doing a show one day and Wendy's going to be a guest on it, I would have been, get out of here, nuts. So this has all been nothing but fun. So yeah, so Stacy, we're looking forward to, I will help Shawnee in any way I can bring back the Shawnee Zone to his own channel. So stay tuned. You'll know by watching BF Live or checking us out on social media, Shawnee's next moves. So shout out to all those guys. Ding Dong says, Mrs. Cyke Clyde says Hoya to Stacy. Oh, let me hit her with this one because I think I forgot to do it. So let me do it. Here it comes.
She's my cherry pie. I can't really sing this song.
Cyke Clyde checks in and says, same Stacy. I love that show. Thank you for Cyke Clyde for coming in last night and all of our friends showing up. We had some friends show up and all saying goodbye and all. Hey, Ding Dong, Mrs. Cyke Clyde from Stacy. Johnny A says, smash the likes. Stacey Allen says, at Cyke Clyde. Terry Nee says, screen recording is the last resort. You talking about screen recording off of your phone there, Terry Nee? That can be a tricky to Scott sometimes, right?
I don't know what that even is. I don't know how to do it.
Well, on these phones, I think you have like an Android phone. A lot of times, if you're just watching, it will record literally anything that you're watching or doing on your screen. It's kind of deeper in your settings. It's typically it's like a basic setting now. You go into your settings wheel, and it should be one of the options on your phone that you can screen record off your phone. So if you're watching a show on your phone, you can screen record it like that. That's another thing for you to learn. See, we're gonna get you there. Look who's checking in. Hoya's working and lurking. It's Nerd. Hello, Nerd. How you doing? Happy afternoon. Happy good morning for you. Let's see. Cyke Clyde says she doesn't need one, damn it. Ha, ha, ha. Bones up Nerder from Brutal Pain. Hey, BP from Space Nerd. Ding Dong says sometimes Cyke doesn't let me chat, so I don't think he'd appreciate me having a wrench too much power. LOL. Really, is he power tripping on you already? Don't let you chat. What is it? I saw him, yeah, but he did like I gave Cyke Clyde one, Scott, and he started like busting on his wife like right away, saying, "Am I gonna have to put you in a timeout?" Okay, you were here for that one.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's see. Nerd is saying, getting the love from Ding Dong. It's a wonderful idea, says Space Nerd. I'm not sure what we were talking about then. Let's see. Speaking of which, I need to talk to Abels about that. Some of the people don't need one over there. See? See, once again, Cyke Clyde, it doesn't mean nothing if everybody gets one, right? So trust what I'm doing over here. Cyke getting the love, giving the love to Ding. Cyke and Ding getting the love from Nerd. Ding Dong, Mrs. Cyke says fact Cyke. Nerd is getting shout out love from Cyke Clyde. On Esther, checks in with Space Nerd saying, Hoya, I'm getting shit and giggles wrench pulled, says Cyke Clyde. Hoya on Esther from Space Nerd. Hoya Blummels from Space Nerd. Cyke Clyde says he's been stalking Nerd and Testicle Tiger. That's not good. We don't like people misusing their wrenches and their power or going after our people. Oh, yes, please, Cyke Clyde. Okay, we'll have to talk about that. I have butt blocked so many people, says Dream Man. See, right? Dream Man knows what I'm feeling. They got to make that a two-step thing. Like, are you sure you want to do this? Yes or no. Right? They have to do that. Here's a friend right here. Afternoon, morning chat family from Brian Kowalczyk. He's a weirdo and grody talking about shits and giggles. Good morning, BK from Space Nerd. Good morning to me. Hello, Nerd. Ding Dong says, he is Nerd. Did you see everything he was saying to Testicle Tiger last night in Perry? I was passing by some things, and I see that Testicle Tiger will take some shit from people every now and then because of her moderating level there, and they'll think she's shutting things down or blocking people. I messaged Shawnee about it last night. We'll talk about it. Let's see. Thank you, Cyke Clyde. Yeah, you guys got to let us know about that stuff. Uh-oh, look who's here. It's Space Chief 75. Look, here's someone who feels kind of in line of what we were saying, Scott. Dang Lizard says, for a long time, I used to fall asleep to Kevin Brennan yelling sweet insults. Wow. Right, there you go.
We didn't start the fire.
Hoya Space Nerd from Matt. Hoya Matt from Space Nerd right back. Here's another famous
Chris fucking Abel.
That's a Kevin one too. There you go. Cyke Clyde says, of course, Nerd. Testicle Tiger was over him last night. Johnny A says, I like cars. You could work on when they're broke. You're not wrong, Johnny A. They used to be a lot more simpler modular parts before all the computer control got involved, Scott.
Yeah. My dad was good at working on cars, and I didn't. I'm just a basic type of guy, but now I can't do nothing on them.
It's hard. I mean, now they have these like the computer system where I got one of those from Amazon where you hook the diagnostic computer up to the in-car computer and it throws a code. So it's good in that way. At least it'll get you kind of closer to the problem itself. But yeah, it's definitely a lot different. It's not definitely different than just taking the plugs in and out and the wires and points and all that. I even learned how to do points when I was younger, Scott. Set the points and the plugs and the distributor cap and all that shit.
I never could get that right.
Oh my goodness. I kind of, the points are tricky. I didn't mess with the points too much because a little screw setting and that whole thing is messed up. But I could gap some spark plugs. I could put some wires in. I could put a new distributor cap on. I could put a new rotor inside the distributor cap.
Change brake pads.
I didn't really, I didn't trust my own ability with that too much, so I left that to a professional.
No.
To me, that's a know your limitations kind of thing. I'll get my older brother to do that kind of stuff. Shout out to my older brother, Lonnie. Let's see, Space Nerd getting love from Space Chief 75. Brutal Pain 518 said, did you just see the first pic of the Malibu? Yes. It was like 7 pics of me fixing it up. There's a 39 Chevy I posted up too. Thank you. I love old cars too, BF. My brother and I went in half on one. Really cool. Oh, there was an election. Tee. Space Nerd says, these nuts would have been a better choice. Terry Nee says, BF, I pinned it to my Twitter page. Discord wants money. What? Get the fuck out. Let me see. If it's pinned, I should be able to find it. Let me see. I was just on your shit earlier. Terry Nee. Because I saw you as one of your, because I thought, I was even laughing, Scott, saying, Terry Nee is stalking Scott again. Oh, here it is. Okay, thank you, buddy. All right, I'll show it now. Here you go. I saw this and I'm like, Terry Nee is not giving up on the stalking and walking. I think you got a new show, buddy. Stalking and walking with Terry. There you go, with Terry and Scott Fitzpatrick. Stalking and walking. All right, well, Scott does the walking, and here's the stalking of the walking right here. Check it out. Got the lights and all. Stalking and walking. Oh, getting like the piss break up in here. That's you. That's actually you dancing. I hear Scott singing in the background. You got him, Terry. I think you figured him out. Look at that! Look at that production value. Look at that. Scott Fitzpatrick right there. Look at this. I'm impressed by this, bro. Oh, too sexy.
Oh my
pussy.
God.
Poor pussy, God. Too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me. Too sexy for that song. Wow, nice ass. Hit that like daddy. Oh, like daddy. I know who says. Yeah. I know who says like daddy. Hey, is that our friend? Wait a minute. Hi-oh. Hit that like daddy. Scott, now even though you put that stuff out there for public consumption, I had to think that you're a little creeped out by that when you kind of see somebody do that like that, right?
I mean,
in a fun way.
I'm a little, I'm a little cringed out of some of the things I do. I don't like looking at myself or hearing myself, but I like the ball bust. I like when people shit on me or whatever. I like it. I like it.
That's funny because you kind of take that for what it is. You know what to expect and everything. But there you go. That's our boy Terry Nee. Thank you, Terry Nee. I did pass by that and I saw the song and I'm like, Terry Nee's up to stalking Scott again. Stalking and walking with Terry Nee and Scott Fitzpatrick coming soon. Cowboy Legends 27 Sports Talk checks in and says, cheers. Cheers. To Cowboy Legend 27 Sports Talk Live. Welcome to BF Live. Matt checks in and says Perry needs to get help for his addiction to jagging off. It's really affecting the show and his mental health. Is that right, Perry? You like jerk off like way too much? Like, what do you think?
Shut the fuck up.
Well, you kind of do, man. I mean, all I can think, see, it always goes back to Gina sat in that chair. Damn. See, I couldn't. The whole time she was in it, I'm like, let's touch in her arms. It's going to be on her. I hope she steam cleaned herself when she left that place. Holy shit, man.
I don't remember her saying anything about it. I don't know if it's still there or not, but most of the people that visit, they always comment on how much motion lotion and stuff he's got gathered up around the...
That is right. And then she went into his bathroom, that gas station teenager bathroom with all the titty posters on the wall and everything. I felt so bad for her, like about every part of that, man. It was crazy. But I know that she's a hardy woman and she's a trooper. But being protective, I feel protective of her or whatever. I guess that's just my mode. I just felt so bad for her, Scott. Oh my goodness. Johnny A points out that Shuley has helped a lot of streamers. Thank you, Johnny A. Good guy. Thank you very much. You're right about that. Space Nerd says, Matt, he seems a little more nutty. Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says, guess better late than never. Hoya!
Hoya!
What's up, Wild Bill? How you doing, everybody? Greetings to everyone. Hey, Bill from Johnny A. We got to get on to some other things, Scott, because we're getting into an hour of the show. Shawnee's Own was a CIA psych operation. Busted. Son of a bitch, Terry Nee. He got to bust you. He's got to tell everybody all of our business, Scott. We got to stop telling Terry Nee stuff. He just gets all of our business out. Well, I didn't hook that up to my board. There you go. I'm not in my board on that. All right. She wants power. Let's get on. I think we got to like blaze through this because all y'all saying hello to each other. We'll just kind of go past that. I will check in and let you know that it says my sister Kathy's a new member. I don't know if that's like you re-upped or something, if it's a once a month thing, but let's see, but you got to be more like Tam Mom because Tam Mom what?
I never left.
Tam Mom never left, Kathy. But thank you to my big sister Kathy for membering up right here on Little Brother's channel. Hoya Kathy from Space Nerd. I'm going to glaze through some of these because I got to get to a news desk. We got to get on to some news and some other fun stuff here. New cars are bullshit. To change a headlight or on a Charger, you have to remove the fender. That is one of the things I hate that about, Scott, is that they have these engines and all these components packed in there so tightly. Brutal Pain's not wrong. You got to like move your windshield washer fluid bottle just to do like basic shit.
Yeah, all the different screws now, star screws or whatever. You have different wrenches and metrics and.
I think he's Reverend Wild Bill's asking BF, what about setting the dwell on the car? I think he's talking about using the timing gun. Remember when they used to point that timing gun to the mark on the flywheel, Scott? Remember that one?
I know. Yeah, I was just watched on that one though. I couldn't do it myself.
Same. I understood it. I grasped what it was going for, but I never wanted to put my hands in on it. But I kind of understood it loosely. Let's see. I'm going to glaze through these because that song works great with Bob's voice. Scott, Cyke Clyde, you know what to do. You know what to do. Hoya Matt from Dream Man. Did you tell her to jump in Boing Oiler? Let's go on. Let's get through here. I will let you know that the lovely Space Nerd, Generous Space Nerd, gifted 1 BF Live membership. Thank you for gifting BF Live, my friend. Thank you very much, Space Nerd. You know who caught that? Dicky Threads or Durkee Threads. Durkee Threads is the home of the Levy Land or Levy Verse merch site. So click on that. That's running throughout the entirety of the show, too. The new Basil is great. Hang on to that one. We're going to get to that. It keeps telling me to renew, and I keep doing it. There you go. Thank you. Space Nerd said it was her pleasure to gift it, and happy it went to Durkee Threads. Well, that's chat family, folks, and it has been like an hour. I always think of you when I do them, LOL. All right, talking about Space Chief 75. All right, Scott, with that is the end of the opening chat family check-in, buddy. I'm going to get on to some other fun stuff. That was the BF Live, and that was a doozy of one, folks, the opening chat family check-in. Let's get on to some other fun right here on BF Live Stream Show 182.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Right? Keep talking amongst yourselves. Keep talking to me.
Talk amongst yourselves.
This is Chat Family, and this is BF Live Stream Show 182. Thank you for my friend Scott for joining me today. Getting back from that power outage the other day, that was something and all. But we always keep going, man. And that's the whole thing. You always get presented with these surprises, Scott. And I've gotten a lot better at not freaking out and just kind of dealing with them as they happen.
Yeah, there would have been a time in my life, man, when I would have just, I don't know, I probably wouldn't show my face again or something. But now I can laugh at myself and take it in stride and try to learn something from it. And
that's a great point that you made, Scott. I'll say for me, and you can tell me if you match this or not, but I feel that overcoming the fear and the anxiety and getting on here every day, it kind of makes you feel like you could almost do anything. Like you said, you don't care about it as much anymore, right?
Yeah,
once you do it a lot, right?
Yeah, that's why I started this, was because I was taking myself out of my comfort zone and making myself talk more in these situations. Because before I would freeze up. There's no way I'd be able to do this. And it just kind of worked out for me. Most people that know me growing up, they would never believe I'm doing this right now. It's not my MO. I'm not a talker.
But it's cool, man. And I think because I think people, we think when we're in our bubble, we're not really interesting. But I find what people like about these shows is like real people, real genuine people like yourself. It isn't about coming on here and like coming up with some persona. It's just about being honest and being who you are.
I can laugh at myself.
Laughing at yourself. I think that goes a long way too. You got to laugh at yourself. That's right. Let's see. We got the comments. There's the Durkee Threads I was telling you about. Hoya Wild Bill from Ding Dong. Meanwhile, Perry is watching buff grainy porn.
Shut the fuck up.
Talk to Brutal about that. Let Jerry Lahane ask you to like, share, and subscribe to The Vibe. I like that. Like, share, and subscribe. The BF Live Vibe. What's up, Jerry Lahane? How you doing, my friend? Well, part of the BF Live Vibe, or what I like to bring you here every day when I do 3 hours of live original content, I like to go over to my fancy news desk. Since I went through all the trouble in building it, I'll run my elements, and we'll do the BF Live other news, or the not-so-serious news. Let's get into that, folks. There you go. Come on. Wow. Spacey 75 says, if people would have told me my first work for Shuli sucked, I think he meant, I promise I would have given up and not done some of my best stuff. Come on, man. There you go. You corrected it. You meant sucked. I thought that's what you meant in context. There you go, bro. And here's another person that has been lifted and elevated because of chat family, because these generous guys like Bob and Shuley and everybody else in this chat community, they embrace Space Chief 75, people with talent. And this bro is like doing commissions like left and right. So there you go. That's awesome. Let's see. Space Chief getting love from Manny Diff. Peepholes. Who needs peepholes are the luckiest peepholes in the world. All right, let me go. That music made me think of, oh, hey, twin, you just up. Autocorrect screwed that up. As we continue on, let's do the first story in the BF Live Other News. Well, I'll simply say it, folks. Everybody knows what happened yesterday. Today is November 8th. It is Wednesday. It is the day after. So there you go, folks. In a country with more registered Democrats than Republican voters, Donald Trump becomes the 47th president-elect of the United States. So that happened. So now on to some other news right here on BF Live. All right, we'll just get right on with the other stuff like we like to do here. Let's see. It says, my first story, Scott, it says, a Philippines resort features the world's largest chicken-shaped building. Look at this, bro. There's a challenge for the bird people.
That thing looks huge.
I'll let you know exactly how huge it is when I read the details of this story. Yeah, it's in the Philippines. It says a hotel in the Philippines that stands 114 feet and 7 inches tall. Seems it should be a little bigger sounding than that, Scott, right?
Yeah.
It says it was awarded the Guinness World Record for the largest building in the shape of a chicken. Capuestanahan, whatever that, Capuestohan Highland Resort, located in Negros Occidental, unveiled its new rooster-shaped building, which features 15 air-conditioned hotel rooms. Ooh, 15 whole rooms. Wow. Ricardo Cano Guapo Tan, that's a name, said he wanted the resort's new building to be an attention grabber. I had a vision to make something with a wow factor that can really leave a footprint of admiration to the public. He told Guinness World Records. He said the building's rooster shape is a tribute to the local culture. Negros Occidental is a game fowl industry that employs millions of people in the Philippines. If you look at a rooster, it looks calm and commanding, imposing and strong, which reflects the attitude of our people, he said. So there you go. So have you ever, the bird, maybe Terry Nee or some of our bird friend would like to visit that. But there you go. A big old, go ahead, buddy.
You know where they messed up here, though, because they left room for the next guy to come in and top that, because the next one's going to be a big black cock,
Oh, hello. There you go. That's right.
Black rooster.
It'd be the biggest black cock in the world. Or maybe they can put an egg under its ass and make a little kind of side hotel or something there, Scott. I thought that was a kind of interesting story. I've seen they have that like a Longaberger basket building. They used to have a building that looked like the baskets that people sell. So that's an interesting building. All right. Scott, we've talked about you before because you like snakes. You're like a snake guy. You're a reptile guy, right?
Yeah, I don't have one anymore, and I kind of got away from that. But I used to have pet snakes. Yeah.
Now, you've had them, and then you and Tay Boogie have showed your pictures right here on BF Live about your snakes and all that stuff. I have a story right here about some Tengu lizards that are not the indigenous animals of this region, but there are some Tengu lizards that are kind of affecting a certain area in the United States. And for more on that, we're going to take you over to the Bikini Report for more on the Tengu lizards that are kind of happening right here in America. Take it away, Bikini Report. Here we go. Tell us more about the Tengu lizard crisis.
Dog-sized invasive lizards are wreaking havoc on South Carolina's ecosystem. They're Argentine black and white Tengu lizards, and they can get up to 4 feet long. They were originally imported as pets, but at least 100 have either escaped or been released in South Carolina.
100, Scott, in South Carolina. So you know what they're gonna be doing? They're gonna be procreating, son. They're gonna be smashing out in the woods. Let's continue.
And that's a problem. The critters are roaming free, voraciously eating just about anything they can find, including local endangered species. And they're not going to stop on their own. Tengus can regulate their body temperature, meaning they can survive even in very cold weather. The state's Department of Natural Resources is urging anyone who sees a tegu to contact them immediately. And in some areas, residents are allowed to shoot the unwelcome reptiles. So the moral of this story is do your research before you get a pet, and don't set them loose if you can't take care of them. So what do you think about people owning invasive or dangerous animals? Should more types of pets be banned, or is that an overreaction to a relatively small issue? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
Thank you, Bikini Report. What do you think about that, Scott? Those
I
Tengu.
didn't realize it was so big. I didn't. In my mind, I just had the little
ones right in the cage, right? Oh, in the queue, they let you curl on you and everything. That was a big alligator, almost size bitch right there.
Yeah, nice.
Let's see. Let's see what everybody's saying about that. Jurassic. Yeah, they are. They're kind of in that. Yes. So here comes Space Nerd. Here she comes. Yesterday, was there a For the Ladies? We need to double the clips. No, there wasn't. And Scott. Today is Wednesday, obviously. I think today is the first day that I've even did a Bikini report this week, just so you know, Space Nerd. I kind of overlooked it, but I remembered it today. Brian Kowalczyk says, is that a bush that she's got? Crikey. Kathy Linder said, my sister says, you can see her bush. Put some hair there. Oh, wait a minute. See, I wasn't even looking that close. Did she have creepers? She had creepers.
I thought I seen something, but I didn't want to be.
Wait a minute. See, because I'm a gentleman. I don't stare that close. But let's run it again since everybody's talking about it. Let's see if she needs to put some nair there. I mean, I do see a pitcher's mound for sure.
Invasive lizards are wreaking havoc on South Carolina's ecosystem. They're Argentine black and white tegu lizards, and they can get up to 4 feet long. They were originally imported as pets, but at least 100 have either escaped or been released in South Carolina, and that's a problem.
There you go. I don't know. I think she's just got mad 70s bush, and it's pushing it out and leaving like a little gap there, Scott. I don't know. I find that it seems like hair's coming back. For the longest time, it seemed like it was a whole scorched earth. Everybody was getting Brazilians, but now they're getting that pitcher's mound back.
Yeah.
The critters are roaming free, voracious.
I think it's shadowed. I think somebody would tell her on camera, like, hey, I think you put some nair there. You got some bush sticking out. Okay, there you go. We saw it now. Let's see. Dangler just says, don't set Tengu lizards free if you don't know how to care for them. Well, there's a more you know right here on BF Live from our friend. From Dang Lizard. Scott, that is a thing where people get these animals or these pets. Matter of fact, when I went to the Clearwater Aquarium, they had a couple of pets that had to be surrendered because somebody caught a shark. They had a shark there, and this guy he caught it accidentally by fishing. He thought he was going to bring it home and keep it, but the sucker quickly outgrew his tank, buddy. So yeah, sometimes you really don't know what you have till it starts growing.
I let something loose in my neighborhood that where I live, we don't have rats. All my life, I've never seen a rat. They don't exist here.
Okay.
And, but my snake ate rats. So you go to the pet store, you buy rats. Well, as your snake gets bigger, you start off with your little mice, and then you go to small rats, medium rats, large rats. And then they got these things called jumbo rats. And it's like they're the size of a chihuahua, man.
And what are they? They're because they're like they're invasive too, right? They go out and kill them all the time. What do they call those things?
When I got one, I didn't realize how big it was when I got it, and the box was jumping around on the counter and everything whenever I got it, and that rat beat my snake's ass, man. I had to rescue my snake from it, and I admit I'm scared of rats and everything, and all I could do is just let it go out the door, man, and I watched it run to the neighbor's yard, and
let fate decide. Cyke Labs says, I like chameleons, though. They can be only 10 inches. Space Nerd says, your chameleons are so pretty. Kathy Linder, my sister, says, no bitches are mean. What? No bitches are mean. They won't tell. Oh, bitches are mean. They won't tell her. I don't know in a professional situation like that. They would have been like, tuck it in, girl. Put some nair there. They are beautiful. I'll send you more pics, says Ding Dong. As we continue with the BF Live other news, or the not so serious news. Scott, I thought this was kind of a touchy, feel-good story, and I want to know what people think about this because this has to do with kind of relationships and marriage and getting older and stuff like that. And I don't know if I'm in a situation I could do the same thing, but this says that widows, both in their late 90s, marry after meeting at their retirement home. And it's wonderful to know that you can love again. These people are like 98 and 96 years old, Scott, and they're getting married again. I don't know if I could do that or would want to do that. Because they're talking about, it says Bernard Snyder and Joe Cartwright are showing it's never too late for love. The couple, both widows, married Friday, November 1st, after meeting at their retirement home in Austin, Texas. Snyder is 98 and his new bride is 96. I was going for them young ones. The groom was smitten from the first time he saw Cartwright. I had to find out who she was and told a local outlet, KUT News. Cartwright recalls suddenly noticing Snyder around her a lot. whenever I was there, he was there. She told the outlet. I would look up, boom, and there he was right there. And I thought, well, maybe this man, maybe he likes me a little bit, buddy. But not really going through all the kind of points of the thing, but just talking about, because I think they were married for like 73 and 70 some years, like respectively, bro. And after putting all that time in, I don't know if I could, like, I don't know. That's the whole thing. Like, I say this now as a young man, but when you get all those years in front of you and at a nursing home and you meet somebody, and they're hoping that they get five good years out of the marriage.
Yeah,
5 good years.
You think they're having sex?
Oh my God, you probably know they're smashing, bro. Because we've talked about that on other shows that we've done, how that is kind of an epidemic at some of these retirement homes, bro, is that they just go from room to room and they're just like smashing. Like, they have to like give out like condoms and have seminars about sexually transmitted diseases for these older people. It's crazy. Disgusting, exactly. So yeah, right. It's amazing. It's disgusting. It's you put all that time in with a marriage, and you know if you marry somebody at 96 or 98, you're only going to get a year or two, maybe 5 good years. But I guess it's a testimony. I don't know.
I want to say that I would probably not want to, if I was married that long and at that part in my life, that I just want to live it out on my own as kind of a don't want to. But you don't know it until you're in that situation,
right? Yeah. I feel that way too, and that's kind of why I wanted to bring this up, Scott, because I think there is different times to have these different things. Like, this is the way I feel now, but then I watch this story and I'm like, are we all going to turn to this guy? Am I going to be this person? And maybe I will have a change of heart. So it's kind of the question that I wanted to ask ourselves now while we're younger, as opposed to, when you get older.
I'd say that I wouldn't, but I just never know.
And that's kind of everything I took out of this story, Scott, is that the power of tomorrow. You never know, man. I hear these stories, unfortunately, these young kids like killing themselves at like 17 years old or younger at young ages. And if they only knew the power of tomorrow, I mean, here we are sitting, we kind of know the power of tomorrow, and we still couldn't comprehend that this love still might be available for you at 96, 98 years old. So I just want people to kind of think about that, and especially young people, and process that and just realize the power of tomorrow, man. If you're having a rough day, or if you, give it until tomorrow, Scott. That's what I say. Yeah.
This too shall pass. I think my grandma used to say.
That's funny. That's funny. My wife says that to my children a lot when they kind of agonize over something. She goes, this too shall pass. Man. So there you go. Space Nerd says, why not? Love makes the world a better place. You're right, Space Nerd. And it's funny because I'm not going to read the whole article because it's like a 2-minute article or so. But in reading it, it said a lot of times older relatives that are in this retirement home situation, Scott, when they decide to remarry again, many of the adult children are against it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be against it. If my older mom or whatever would want to get married again, I wouldn't be against it. I might talk behind her back, but I ain't gonna.
Yeah. Well, they did happily say that they both sets of children, all the children were they were all for it, Scott, and they went along with it. So I just thought that was kind of. I thought it was kind of interesting, Tora, and it's basically how we think now and applying it to how we think when we're older or something. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there because I really don't know where I stand on this. Yeah, as a young man right now, like you and I said, I'm thinking that I put my time in. I'm not going to set myself up for another heartbreak. Yeah. But I think when you get older, I think somebody, you don't want to be lonely, right?
Yeah. When I was younger, I thought I'd only get married once, and that didn't work out.
There you go. You and Bob Levy, let's see. Terry Nee says, it's dementia. My granddad did the same thing. Whoa. So Terry Nee, so there you go. So here's somebody that had like a similar situation. So your granddad like hooked up in a nursing home. Come on, I gum you, baby. I gum you. Come on. I gum you to death. I gum that put it. No, see. Wow, that's funny. That's another aspect of this, Scott. Dementia and proper state of mind. Like people be like, your children might go, oh, wait a minute. You don't even remember who the hell I am when I come there and you want to marry somebody,
Right, yeah, that would be more sketchy there. I was just thinking if they had all their wits about them and that's their choice and fine. But if they was a little bit losing some, I don't know, man.
Right.
I just hate to be in that situation. I'd hate to be.
Yes, I guess the dynamics have to be exactly right to where the people don't have dementia and the families are on board or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully, if any of us are blessed to live that long, we'll see if it's a problem when we get there. Johnny A says, give her that ring card, a partner for life. We're talking about the other girl, the ring card. The ring girl, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Space Nerd backs up what I said, saying STDs are rampant at retirement communities. Yes, Scott. I think on some of the shows we've done in the past, we kind of we've done little reports on this, and we've learned that old people are smashing like crazy in these retirement communities.
There's a band called Steel Panther, and they have a song called "Gang Bang in the Old Folks Home." It's quite it's a rocker, man.
That's funny. That sounds like a great title right there. And I know somebody personally too, Scott, that had their mother at a local retirement community around here. She went to visit her, and she wasn't in her room. They said, "Oh, she's down so-and-so's room." And when they went into the room, she walked in on that. Can you imagine going to the freaking retirement home to not knowing where your mother is, and then you walk into this? Holy shit. So there you go. So yeah, it is a thing. I mean, they are talking to these kids about sexually transmitted diseases like they're teenagers, you know. All right, calm down there, Grandma. Kathy Linder said, "Oh my God, those old men are a trip. True fact, they have STDs. Oh, the women don't though?" Come on. He was caught cheating with a younger girl at 76. Oh shit. Your grandpa? Goddamn. They want those bank accounts. That's another wrinkle or aspect into this, Scott, is that then you come down to estate, and you come down to now she is basically, once you get married again, you know, she's going to be like the next one in line for whatever estate is left.
Yeah.
So you have that dynamic too. Kathy says, LOL, Terry Nee. Terry Nee says, and they called it, oh, great dog, puppy love. Oh. All right. Dangler says, I think life is potential. Death is nothingness. Bro, you hit us with some deep shit. I'm going to ponder that one. I like that one. Life is potential. So yeah, so the power of tomorrow, right, Dang Lizard? But death is nothingness. That's a really great succinct statement right there. Terry Nee says the Villages has one of the highest STD rates in the country. So look for Terry Nee there soon as we continue on with the other news right here on BF Live. All right, we talk about Tengu or Bangu lizards, Scott, but I got another story involving animals in my other news. This one talks about a rambunctious raccoon. Oh, fuck off my screen. Rambunctious raccoon falls from LaGuardia ceiling, forcing Spirit Airlines staff and flyers to flee. Of course, Scott, it had to be Spirit, right? LaGuardia Airport, one of the biggest airports in the world, buddy. You got United, you got Southwest, all of them, but then you got the low-rent Spirit, and they got raccoons coming out their ceiling, bro.
Yeah.
This one says, can't make it up. I'll read you a little bit of article, and I will show you the actual encounter. It says, they flew into a frenzy. Frightened staff and flyers at LaGuardia Airport fled the Spirit Airlines gate after a rambunctious raccoon was spotted hanging from the ceiling before dropping to the floor of the Big Apple terminal. Shocking footage shows. Shrieks of horror filled the budget carrier section of the facility when the wild critter burst through an open part of the ceiling and scurried around the airport Monday morning. The raccoon was seen hanging from the wires as airline staff and patrons slowly moved to safety. Yeah, they slowly moved, right? Videos shared online showed, but once the masked creature dropped to the ground, workers behind the desk quickly scattered, according to the footage. I'm going to run that for you right here. Here we go. Let's check it out. Let me make it bigger. That's what she said. Here we go. This is it, Scott. This is like Spirit Airlines in a nutshell, I guess. This is what you get. You get raccoons falling out the ceiling, and you're lucky if you get where you're going. Here we go. My dude is hanging like Miley Cyrus and shit.
Yeah,
I came in like a wrecking raccoon. Come on. Look, brother ain't having it. Brother gone.
Where is it? Right over there. Oh, yeah.
There you go. I'll show it one more time so you get. Look. He like doing like pink or something. There you go. How did he know to come out in the Spirit Airlines club? There you go. That happened. It's raining raccoons. Hallelujah, Scott.
They got those little human hands that
Yeah, they're little.
They're them cool little fingers. I like them. They're cute.
We got that.
They're mean.
Dangs a Buddhist. Yeah, they can be like angry. That's why it was so funny a couple months ago where I showed that one viral video of these guys hanging in their backyard and what they were like hand feeding like a raccoon and handling it and shit.
My dad used to bring them home all the time, but he'd bring injured one home that when he'd get off work, he'd hit one or somebody'd hit one, and he thought it was funny to tell me to go out in the garage. He had something for me in a box or in the trunk.
Oh my God!
I fell for this 5 times, man. It'd be a pissed off raccoon come running up out of that box at you.
Holy
It'd be pissed off.
Half Dad could have rabies, could have clawed your eyes out, and Dad.
I guess he
Dad
thought
just,
it was funny. I don't know.
Apparently he did. Raccoons are mean, and a lot of them carry rabies, says Space Chief. Dream Man says, I'm sick of these MFN coons on this plane. That's snakes on the plane. Airline. Oh, hey, twin. It's Live Ween checking in, the bro you know. What's up, Live Ween? How you doing, man? You're like burning the midnight oil, too. I see you, Mr. Producer. Mr. All-Star on the Uncle Jack Shack. How you doing, Live Ween? I'm glad you're here on the day side. Johnny A says, trying to sneak past TSA. Jerry Lane says, fidgety digits. And rabies as well. As we continue on, speaking of airlines, Scott, I know you said you don't fly. You never mess with it.
No, never have.
That's not a bad. That's probably not a bad thing. Well, lots of people do fly, and you probably even heard about, even though you don't fly, Scott, you hear about these flights being delayed and people like yelling at the people at the counter and everybody acting a fool and wanting refunds and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, that motherfucker ain't real.
Yeah, exactly. That motherfucker in the back of the plane ain't right. Stuff like that. Well, I mean, there have been situations where flights are delayed like multiple hours, or you're set on a tarmac for multiple hours, or you're brought back into the airport and told that your flight isn't going anywhere. Well, because of all these kind of things happening and it's not being communicated well, there was some legislation passed and some laws passed about passenger rights laws, basically. For more on that, Scott, we're going to take you over to the Bikini Report for more on the new laws affecting airline passengers. Take it away, Bikini Report, and let us know the new news going on if you're an airline passenger.
New rules from the U.S. Department of Transportation are now in effect, and they'll make things significantly easier for passengers. The biggest one is that if a domestic flight is canceled or delayed for at least 3 hours, or an international flight is delayed at least 6 hours, passengers are entitled to a rebooking or a refund.
Yeah, Scott, so I don't think this stuff was happening automatically before, Scott. They would come through this by happenstance. They go, oh, the flight ain't going nowhere. Oh, well, you're all screwed. Go back in the airport and kind of book your own flight and you're on your own. Screw it. But in order to try to make this better and not leave passengers hanging, they're coming up with these laws.
Travelers will also be compensated if they bail on the flight due to itinerary changes or seat downgrades. The best part, the refunds will happen automatically, as in without you having to fill out a bunch of complex paperwork or wait on the phone for 5 hours.
Right.
The refunds have to be issued in no more than 7 days for credit cards and no more than 20 days for other payment types. Now, the one catch is the airlines still don't have to offer refunds if the delays are outside of their control. Checked baggage fees will also be refunded if the luggage isn't delivered within a certain time frame. This sounds like a great improvement for travelers, though honestly, it feels like these rules should have always been in effect.
Basically.
We'd like to know what other rules you think airlines should have to implement to improve things for flyers. Let us know in the comments, and remember to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
Thank you, Bikini Report. I like Space Nerd. She makes a good comment. She says, her boobs have curtains. How cute. That ain't the only thing that has curtains, if you know what I mean. Ha ha, wow, wow. You know what I'm saying? Keep your boobs real, ladies. You know, Brian Kowalczyk? But guys are always skeptical right away. When we see a too perfectly round boob, Scott, it's stuffed in something, right away, what do we think? Fake. Right? I feel bad for women that have like just nice natural breasts because if I had like real nice natural ones and everybody was saying my shit was fake, I'd be mad about that stuff.
Yeah, I would too.
They would. So Space Nerd makes a good point. She says they were a bit too round, like grapefruits, BK, and that's why we talk about here on BF Live. We trust a nice hang, right? Gotta have a good hang. Gotta have some gravity exposure to them, right?
Yeah.
Trust the gravity.
You lived a little.
I've lived a little. Okay. Well, I got a guy who's lived a little coming up right now for our BF Live Miserable News History Moment. That's right. And this is Compliments of Cyke Labs. We take you back to the miserable men days on Sirius Satellite Radio, where Bob Levy was the news guy, and we play a classic Bob Levy reading the news segment. And fun, as part of the fun of this segment, folks, is when you hear Bob mispronounce a word or say a word funny, you type it in whatever way you thought you heard it said, folks. So here we go. For today, we're going to take you back to May 11th in the year of 2008, Sirius Satellite Radio, Shuley, Bob, Mike, and the boys on Miserable Men, and Bob's going to read the news. So go ahead. This is from Cyke Clyde. Type in what you think you hear Bob say, and enjoy this BF Live Miserable News History moment.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America. It's time once again for the nation's favorite broadcast, the Miserable Men News, with your anchorman, the Reverend Bob Levy.
Thank you. I'm Bob Levy. What's the time? News time. Eritrea military buildup on border of provocation. The tiny port nation of DJ Bowdy, a key U.S. ally.
DJ Bowdy.
DJ Bowdy. I love his shit.
A radio personality. He's from G Unit.
A key U.S. ally.
Not Djibouti.
Ally in the Horn of Africa has urged the UN Security Council to take immediate action to prevent and conflict with its northern neighbors, Eritrea. In a letter to the Council President circulated Tuesday, DJ Birdie, Foreign Ministry, Muhammad Ali, Yosef, Eritrea of carrying out an undisguised and naked provocation against my country's sovereignty and
I don't know what that was.
And territorial integrity. Medvedev takes Russian presidency from his mentor Putin. Dmitry Medvedev was inaugurated.
That's the one you tried to get me on, dang.
Inaugurated Russia's president on Wednesday, pledging to bolster the country's economic development and civil rights. In what may signal a departure from its processes' heavy-hand tactics.
His processes?
Hezbollah says Lebanese government has declared war Beirut, Lebanon. Hezbollah leader, a Lebanese government decision to declare the Shiite militant group of telecommunications network illegal is tantamount to declaration of war. The U.S.-backed government declared the military telecommunications networks illegally and said it was a threat to state security. The cabinet decision sparked two days of sectarian clashes between Hezbollah and government supporters.
Hezbollah.
I swear to God, if they took Katie Couric off tomorrow and put you on, there would be fucking ratings up the roof. You cannot not watch that.
Up in the fucking state with
What do you think, Bill?
Always
the city.
Bob's News brought to you by Riff. Reading is for developmental.
There you have it. That was our miserable news history moment right here, brought to us by Cyke Labs. And Bob is getting better because he likes to read. Reading is good, right, Bob? Oh.
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look in the book. Reading. Rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow. Reading. Rainbow.
Look at that, Scott, with the right screen.
Swallow. Is that a fucking kid's book?
Yeah.
friends to know, and ways to grow. Reading, rainbow. Reading, rainbow. Reading, rainbow. I'm reading, I'm swimming, I'm a bat in the pool. Look at me go. Levy is such a stupid name.
It's a stupid name, but it's attached to a funny guy. And that was our miserable news history moment, tacked on the end of the BF Live other news, or the BF Live not so serious news, folks. It's after 1:30 where I'm at here on the East Coast of the United States. Let's go on some other fun. It's almost time for piss break and more fun after that. But that was the BF Live not so serious news. That's right, folks. We are back. I'm back in my neon room, in my neon studio. All right, having fun, folks? I trust you. Trust and hope you are. Would you please hit like, share, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube or watching BF Live on Rumble, or maybe you're watching on Facebook today. A like, share, and subscribe would certainly be appreciated, folks. We're a little past halfway through a 3-hour episode of BF Live, Scott. So you ready for it, buddy? We're going to do the piss break.
Ready.
All right. And then on the other side of that, we're going to get into the National Day calendar, some Cyke Labs content. We're going to look at some cool stuff being crushed by a hydraulic press, and a lot of other fun, whatever we can get into in the next hour and a half after the piss break. All right, folks, so go ahead, grab yourself a drink, grab a snack, grab a friend, and tell them that no one has more fun in the midday than we do right here on BF Live, Stream Show 182, folks. I'll be back in 2.5 minutes for more fun on the other side of the piss break right after this.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
I did touch it, but don't be jealous. It's mine, and we're back for the second half of BF Live Stream Show 182. Right here on a Wednesday, folks. It's midday. It's midweek. We don't wait to the end of whatever day it is to have fun. We do it right here in the midday, every day, right here on BF Live. And I'm happy you're here with us today. I see during that last segment that Dead Fool checks in. He's happy. There's a happy voter right there. Happy Trump Day to him. Perry said to Perry from Mandy Diff, FDC as the live. Oh, DDC. Wait a minute. Oh, I see what's going on there. Brian Kowalczyk says, hey, dead fool. Sober Christians, says Mandy Diff. And Terry. We got some of those. These were some of the things that were typed in during Bob's thing. Hezbellula. We got Leatherman from Mandy Diff. We got Hezbellula from Space Chief 75. We got Mandy Diff shouting out Dead Fool. We got Illegalis from Dang Lizard. Smart New. Mandy's getting the love and the laughs from Dead Fool. Dream Man checks in with the Reading Rainbows. Dead Fool says Mandy can go twice as high. Dang Lizard says Bob's Reading Rainbow is gold. Is that a fucking kid's book? Butterfly in the sky. Exactly, Dead Fool. 2 joints checks in. I see 2 joints in the morning. I see 2 joints at night. I see 2 joints in the afternoon on my show, and it makes me feel all right. How you doing, 2 joints? Reading Rainbow from Mandy Diff. The best 3 1-hour shows on the internet. 2 joints knows. I like to chop it up in like 3 1-hour segments. What's up, 2 joints? 2 joints is getting the love from Mandy Diff. 2 joints is getting the love right back given to Mandy Diff. 2 joints says I do the PB dance, PB breakdown. Buddy 2 joints 666 from Dream Man. 2 joints says Dream Man. Good morning, buddy. Dream Man is the cheers and all the fun right here on BF Live Stream Show 182. All right, man. Well, it's that time because it's the day after Election Day, whatever that is. It's Wednesday. It is November 6th. So why don't we do it and get into it, because it's always a holiday or a celebration for someone or something. So let's see what kind of quirky holidays are there for us today as we check the National Day calendar with the National Day Hey Hey. Let's get into some of that.
3, 2, 1.
That's right, folks. You see all these weird, wacky holidays. If you watch your kind of favorite news telecast or just, in general, you kind of hear about all these crazy holidays. We like to go to the National Day calendar and check a little deeper. I'll let you know some of the calendar days for today. November 6th. It's Wednesday, and we're doing it. We are, in fact, doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
There you go. You beat me to it. Very good. Let's see. It's National Stress Awareness Day, Scott. The first Wednesday in November. Well, look at that. He's getting inundated with shit. Look at that. Uh-oh. And we always have a food element, Scott. It's Natural Nacho Days. And I think today, Scott, some days we have like 3, 4, 5, or 6 of them. Let's see. Today we only have like 3 of them. And it's also National Saxophone Day. So, Scott, are you a nachos guy? It's National Nachos Day.
I like them, but I just never, it's rare. If I'm at a basketball game or something, I'll pick up some, but I don't make them at home. I don't know why, but I like them, but I don't ever make them.
Because they're messy or something, huh?
I guess.
Oh, Scott at the basketball bank, James enjoying some chips. Good morning, gang, from Dream Man. As he says hello. Space Nerd asks, BF Live Bobby, are you planning your 200th episode? Well, I'm like being a one-man production machine over here, I'm kind of more of a 1 episode at a time thing, a Space Nerd. And much like the 100th episode, Scott, wow, bro, the 100th episode we did with the armpit shaving, and now we're talking about 200.
Well, that time I went by fast.
That's what I'm saying, man. I could go. It probably just didn't seem like that a couple of months ago, and we're already heading to 200. So much like when we did the armpit thing, what we kind of just rolled into what was going on naturally on the show at the time. Like Scott has always had this affinity for armpits and all, and we heard other people might have that same affinity for armpits. So that found its way to being like our 100th show. So I'm just excited to we'll see what the 200th show is going to be, but it'll be like kind of whatever is popping off right here. We'll try to line up some good guests. We'll see, maybe see if Bob or somebody can pop on. But yeah, nothing strictly planned yet, Space Nerd. But as I get like within that week of it, I'll probably start concentrating on that a little more. But right now, this is Stream Show 182, and we talking nachos today. Nacho cheese. National Nachos Day on November 6th recognizes the snack favored at sporting events across the country. In their purest form, nachos are tortilla chips covered in nacho cheese, queso, or other melted cheese, and served with salsa. Where nachos began, first created sometime around 1943, the popular and loved nachos are of Mexican origin. History tells us that Ignacio Nacho Anaya created the original nachos in 1943. According to his son, Nacho was the maitre d' at El Moderno restaurant in Piedras Negras. One evening, after the kitchen staff had left, a group of U.S. Army wives stationed at Fort Duncan in Eagle Pass came into the restaurant. After a long day of shopping, they were hungry and just asked for a snack. Anaya prepared some tostadas cut into triangles, after topping them with shredded cheese and sliced jalapenos. He heated the dish in the oven. They were such a hit with the Army wives that they named the snack Nacho Special before they could make another batch. Wow. Word of the new creation quickly traveled. People from all over tried them, loved them, and over time, the name changed. Eventually, Nachos Special became just Special Nachos. The popularity of the new dish spread swiftly throughout Texas and the Southwest. And since then, it has gained millions of fans across America. So it's National Nacho Day right here on BF Live National Day calendar check-in. So if you're down some now see, Scott, you know I'm a picky eater, bro. So that looks like a whole plate of some stuff I don't eat.
Yeah, right. Well, I was getting ready to ask you, and I didn't think about that. Whenever I eat them, I like the cheese. I like the cheese to sit on them just long enough to where they start to get soft. Not when they're soggy, but when the chips start to soften a little.
Much like cereal, when you have to eat it at that right
time.
Ideal time. You have to, right, because I'm the same way. I don't like eating the cereal when it's too crunchy, and I don't like eating the cereal after it's gotten too soggy. I wait till it starts getting that first little sog in it. So I relate to you on that one, Scott. I like
same
that.
Thing there. Yeah.
Let's see. We have, let's see what everybody's saying about this. We got the Good Morning Gang. We got the 200 episode comment. Live Ween says, I heard Live Ween is going to be rapid fire identifying implants and nationals like Rain Man on episode 200. Well, there you go. See, you just gave us an idea. Maybe I don't know how I'm going to verify it other than if the girl lets me squeeze their breast, or I don't know how are we going to do it. What's our verification step for that, Scott? We got
that's good. That's good. I thought it was a good idea, but you got to.
Yeah, you got to have to know. You have to. Is that real or what is that? I don't know. Let me see. So I have to, but I like the idea. We'll workshop that one, Live Ween. I do like it. Ding Dong, Mr. Cyke Labs says, I love nachos. Space Nerd checks in and says, me too, Ding. It's good idea for dinner. Space Nerd gets all her ideas from dinner from watching BF Live, Scott.
Yeah.
She does. Like everything that comes up on here. Matter of fact, she tells you that she enjoyed Krispy Kreme donuts yesterday because yesterday was National Donut Day. And so many of the chains like Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts, I think, were offering at least one like original kind of basic donut for Donut Day yesterday. So Space Nerd got hers. There you
Missed
go.
it by one day. Today's
there you go.
Today's my cheat day. I officially, since I started this walking, I've lost 40 pounds. So today, I'm hogging out, man. I'm treating myself.
We got to give you props on that, Scott. Come on, Chad. Anybody, man, if you lose 5, 10, 15, but 40 pounds, Scott, that is hella impressive, brother.
I think it's been like 5 months, I guess, 5, 6 months, something like that.
Awesome, man. Well, stay on the right side of it, man. You deserve a cheat day, I guess, every now and then. Maybe if you walk to your local donut shop or something, maybe walk to and fro, maybe you'll earn it that way and you can burn it off coming and going. Yeah. There you go.
Right.
Space Nerd says, good morning to Ding Dong Live Ween. Cyke, and they're all saying hello to each other. I do. Cyke buddy, nice work on the weight loss. There you go. See? Haha. Whoa, wait a minute. Live Ween stepping up in a big way here, talking a lot of shit. He says, our verification step is that I'm 100% accurate always. There you go. But it is fun to verify, if you know what I mean. It's fun to verify.
He's a human X-ray machine.
There you go. It is funny, like I said, and I like to think that I guess right most of the time. But Live Ween, I'm going to have to find one that I know that are natural, but they just look like they just grew like perfectly, symmetrically perfect, Scott. There's got to be some perfectly symmetrical, natural breasted women.
Whenever I see them on a screen or something, I can maybe see where I can wonder. But when I'm out in the wild, I've never really seen any that I can confirm as
wow.
Not I don't know what I've never seen none out in the wild.
Sometimes you see those really bad boob jobs, and you see like the seam of the breast implant like coming through the skin. Sometimes, Scott, or you see like the scar where they kind of stuffed it in there or something. So it's not a great thing. Whatever. But we're gonna work on that, Live Ween, Mr. 100%. As we continue on with the National Day calendar, it's National Saxophone Day. Toot saxophone, tippity tippity top. It's National Saxophone Day. It commemorates the birth of the woodwinds inventor Adolph Sax on November 6th. The saxophone is one of the main instruments in jazz music. I love good sax solos, Scott. I do.
Yeah, that was the first instrument I originally wanted to play in school. Whenever you get to go band and whatnot, but you had to buy your own instrument, and that's one of the expensive ones, man.
Yeah, that sucks, man. They should have provided that for you. Scott could be like the next Wynton Marsalis or something had they only provided an instrument for his passion. That's something, buddy. Space Nerd says, I got the mini donut holes. They were perfect. I also tried pumpkin spice donut. It was so good. I play alto sax as Mandy Div. Saxophone, tippity top. E gumbari, giva sonare, easy sonoro saxophone. Good sax. Sure, good sucks. What's up, Chatter Protection Program Manager checking in as we continue on here. It says, born on November 6, 1814, Adolf Sax invented many musical instruments, including the saxophone. Sax constructed saxophones in several sizes in the early 1840s. On June 28, 1846, he received a 15-year patent on the instrument. The patent encompassed 14 different versions of the fundamental design, split into two categories of 7 instruments each and ranging from sopranino to contrabass. So they're all kind of levels right there, Scott, of a tone or whatever. After sax patent expired in 1866, several saxophonists and instrument manufacturers implemented their own improvements to the original design and the keywork. Over the years, many great saxophone masters have graced the world with their music, such as Stan Getz, Sidney Bechet, Mindy Abair. I've not heard of any of those. John Coltrane I've heard of. But yeah, Grover Washington Jr. I've heard of. I like me a good saxophone solo. So there you go. We got some sax players in it. So it's your day.
So let's see those skin flute jokes. I've been waiting on
some. I'll give you something to blow on. Hey, 2 lips on an organ. Dead Fool says, I took sax lessons for a few months in middle school. There you go. Yeah, Scott. We would always come out of school at the end of the day, and you always see that 1 or 2, couple, 3 special kids that were kind of like slinging around their instruments or kind of had their instruments. And you're like, man, what are they? Like big money got their own instruments and shit? Like, what is that bullshit, right?
Yeah, and they always had good grades, too.
Yeah, and I got show off on top of it. There you go. So let's see. I think we got just a couple of good ones that were a part of the National Day. Hey. This one time at band camp, Scott, on your non-healthy food day, what is your favorite eat? That's a fair question. Yeah, Scott. Like, what is the thing that you have to fight to keep yourself from eating the most?
On my non-healthy day, so my cheat day, or
yeah, like what is the thing where you go, man, if I get one cheat day, what is the thing you're like, I'm going to this thing first?
Yeah, definitely candy, chocolate, chocolate, as much chocolate as I can. But because of the diet, I don't. Once I eat it, I don't eat as much now, because I ain't got that tolerance to chocolate or whatever built up. So I don't eat as much, but definitely candies and pizza. And today is going to be for me. I'm eating pizza now, and I'm going to be eating salmon patties and fried potatoes in a little bit. And I'll eat as much. You can only gain so much weight in one day. So when I'm my cheat day, I go full throttle, man. Soda,
really?
Definitely soda. Yeah, got my Coca-Cola.
I'd be afraid that it would be so good. I mean, like, what am I doing denying myself of this shit? I'm just gonna keep eating it. Yeah.
Well, those times do come sometimes, but that's how I do.
I imagine so. Space Nerd says, I played a clarinet in grade 5 through 8 in a marching band. LOL. Deadpool said, Mandy Div, now you're speaking my language. Piano. There you go. That are talking. All right, let's get on with this. Pizza. Oh, heck yeah, Scott. How about pizza?
Yeah. That's my number one because my diet. I don't count calories. I just avoid sugars and breads, and then I kind of.
And those are 2 big things. Those. Wow. Go ahead.
I don't count calories, and I just I'll try not to weigh on the scales, but not very often. I just kind of go by what my clothes feel on me, and how I feel, and just then weigh every month. And like today, I didn't realize I gained or lost another 5 pounds, and it was kind of a surprise. And
so you don't obsess. You're not on the scale every day necessarily.
No. Because I used to be, but when you do that, it gets in your mind, man. If you don't lose the right so many pounds every day, you think you're failing, but you're not.
Then you start maybe it might feel bad about yourself if you don't get where you think you need to be. That's probably a good way to manage it, so you don't you don't psych yourself out.
Yep.
Let's go full throttle, Julia. Says Scott. Go full throttle. Eat all that food. He's saying.
Yep. Scott! You can only gain so much weight in one day.
Wow.
You can
That's true. Well, there you go,
20
Scott.
pounds in one day.
Well, like I said, bro, I think it's impressive, man. 40 pounds is nothing to laugh at. So keep doing you, and I'm sure the chat and us will keep you in check, all that. But, folks, I think that was all. That was really basically all of them, or certainly all the good ones, with our national day, hey, our national check with the National Day Calendar.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, we're having fun. We're having it. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We are doing it. We're holding it down in the midday right here, midweek on BF Live Stream Show 182 with my friend and co-host Scott Fitzpatrick, just hanging out, just talking about diets and fun and just regular everyday shit. That was the National Day Calendar check. 2 joints. I tried the gluten-free. Oh, somebody said that they had the Oreo flavored Coca-Cola or cookies or Coke flavored Oreos. I saw that, but I saw Diet Coke. There you go.
Some of the guys on No Filter and Water, they got that, and it don't sound like it'd be good to me, but they say it's all right.
I saw Diet Coke that had the other way. I saw the Diet Coke that supposedly had the Oreo flavor in the Coke, Scott.
Oh, I thought that's what that's what I meant, I guess. I don't know if it's diet or not. I don't remember.
Well, because I was intrigued by the mix of Coke and Oreo cookie. There's 2 things I love, but you throw in that diet aspect of it, Scott, and you just kind of scare me away from it.
That aftertaste. Ugh.
Yeah, the aftertaste. Plus, I'd rather die if I'm going to die from the side effects of something. I'd rather die from the side effects of sugar rather than some kind of made up artificial sweetener that I don't know the long term things of. I played clarinet too, nerd. We won state marching band championships when I was in high school. Says Ding Dong. Let's see. We're going to carry on with this. We're going to carry on, and we're going to carry on with some more fun stuff. Let me check this off. What we just did. Well, Scott, it's getting to be that time in the show. It's 5 minutes to 2 o'clock. That means we're almost done. 2 hours of 3 hours of live programming here. But you know what it's time for, buddy. It's for our talented bro and the missus. Come on. You know what it is. It's time for. It's time for Cyke.
Cyke.
That's right. From the twisted mind of Cyke Labs, come the Cyke Labs content segment right here on BF Live. I was trying to put up the thing, not just trying to put up this right here, just trying to put up the little banner. That's right, and I will remind you that Cyke Labs, his link is running throughout the entirety of this show. Click on it. It'll take you right there. Subscribe, watch at your leisure, or watch right now right here on BF Live as we get into some of these fun ones right here. Let's see where we can start off. How about we start off with this one right here? Cyke Clyde, like I said, it's really a challenge to figure out really what to play anymore because Cyke Clyde and Mrs. Ding Dong, of course, they pump me so much content that I can't possibly play it all in a show right here on BF Live. That's why I always tell you, click on Cyke Labs content link. But I'm going to show you this first piece right here. Cyke Labs, from the twisted mind of Cyke Labs, this is Bob Levy's greatest interview ever. Take it away.
What's up? How you feeling, man?
Drag loggy.
Say what?
I'm the mocking noon. Dude, I'm free, but I ain't in the pedal.
What?
I'm laying out dead of your hair. How many?
I'm good. Can you finish these lyrics real quick?
Okay.
Back home again.
I can't wait to get my bill of wire again. I can get him to try the wagons, but I don't know the notes of them. Oh, here's the one about
back home again.
So I come again, and I am. I'm gonna.
And there you go. There's our first piece.
Like listening to Boomhauer.
My name, boy, I tell you what, my daughter, and I'm going to get them out. I tell you what, that is kind of Boomhauerish. But that's just, I think that was just a video of Bob Levy actually being interviewed on the street right here on Cyke Labs content segment. As we continue on with the next piece of content I have for you right here. Let's see. Let's play a little song right here. For the Mike Morse fans. For those of you who haven't seen it, or for those of you who have seen it and want to see it again, here's for your Mike Morse fans. Mike Morse. It's Mike from Jersey City. Mark from Jersey City. Excuse me.
From Jersey City. Mark was a caller. Now he's a part of the show. That's how it works. That's how we roll.
It's a graduation system.
Mark, go ahead.
This fucker's got an intro.
Mark
Writes his jokes.
Wow.
Tax us like a virus.
Very sharp. He's
But we
sharp.
don't mind. At least he isn't Cyrus. It's time for Mark. It's time for Mark. From Jersey City.
Listen to the vibrato. Wow.
That guy was in a laundry room doing that for you.
It's like you by another man in the laundry room.
Oh my God, that's all they used to talk about, Scott. I would always get this visual of Mike in like a quiet mouse, like in his laundry room, like quietly trying to do these crazy ass songs, buddy.
Yeah.
He just didn't seem like he had the right mate at the time who was kind of down with this shit, and he it seemed like he had to hide it from her, or he was ashamed of it, or she just wasn't down with it. The wife gave no fucks about any of it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on the old Miserable Men stuff. I didn't have access to it or something around here. I'm just catching up on it. I caught him at the later end of it when on YouTube and when it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's where I stepped in at.
And similar to me, I didn't see every episode of it, but that's why I'm so grateful that Cyke Labs, he captured all this back in 2008, Scott. This was so many years ago before people were kind of doing this. Now it's kind of routine for people to go, yeah, I'll record that. Yeah, I'll DVR that. Yeah, I'll keep this forever. My dude has all this stuff. That's why we can do Miserable News History, and that's why we can do this next piece of Cyke Labs content I have for you right here. This is when Bob was coming home from the Turkish dentist.
Breeze.
Yeah, I know. How did it go?
I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything.
Oh,
No wonder Bob liked turkey so much.
Kind of felt good, didn't it?
Tryptophan really kicking in.
That's real life.
Yeah, this is real life.
Okay, now. So, I have two fingers.
Good.
Now, 4 fingers.
4 fingers? No, Don't put that in. Don't put it in your mouth. Okay.
Do I have stitches?
Do I have stitches?
Yes. Do I have stitches?
Yes.
Yes, Bob. You got
and
stitches.
on my keys.
Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't.
Why can't I touch this?
Because it'll mess up the stitches.
It was 4 eyes.
Yeah.
I still funny.
I feel funny.
Why is this happening, Drew?
It's okay, bud. It's just from the medicine. Okay?
I was on me for out.
It's going to last forever.
No, it won't be forever.
That won't be forever, but I hope that we are chat family forever. That was a fun piece of content from the twisted mind of Cyke Labs right here on the Cyke Labs content segment on BF Live Stream Show 182. All right, let's get on to some other ones. Let me find that one because I haven't played it in a while. I was playing it like every day there for a minute, but let me find where can I find? Is it over here in commercials? Once again, I got so much Cyke Labs content, I can't even keep track of this stuff. Some reason I was trying to find the Delta one, but it's been so long since I played it. Let me see. Where's it at? The dude, Delta. Nope, not yet. I'm waiting for the word Delta to flash out at me. Cyke, you inundate me with too much content, my friend. I got big folders of content, of links. Wow. All right. Well, let's continue on what I did have prepared and in line. Wow, it's so much. I'm still scanning down here. I can't even find the Delta commercial anymore. I got to do a better job of organizing this shit. But I do have this segment organized, so I'll take you down to the next thing I already had planned. I might not have the Delta commercial, but I got the old commercial from back in the day when Bob was young trying to break into the business and doing some car commercials to make some money. Here's Bob the Car Salesman Levy on Cyke Labs content segment.
Bayshore, Chrysler Plymouth, Reel 520, commercial number 18, a 60-second wild nighttime used car. Take one.
Yes, you've seen it in magazines. You've read it in the newspapers. In fact, perhaps you've even seen the owner's picture. Ralph Williams, the owner of Bayshore Chrysler Plymouth, 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno. You notice the big bald-headed son of a bitch? The man that came to San Francisco to offer them more for the dollar they spend. The man that came to San Francisco to rape each and every citizen in the whole San Francisco Bay Area. You don't believe it? Listen to me. I don't lie. Take a fucking car like this. A 1966 Ford, a Country Squire 9 Factor station wagon. Don't worry about the equipment. Imagine all the fun you could have in the back. And while you're doing it, imagine all the money that bald-headed prick Ralph Williams is going to be making on the car he's trying to fuck you out of. Yes, the man that'll take every dime out of the San Francisco Bay Area and spend it on prostitutes, booze, and of course trap tables in the city of Las Vegas. I'm sure you've heard about it. So remember this: if you'd like to get fucked and hook real hard before you buy a car, come down here. Let Ralph Williams do it. Why not? Why not somebody else? Remember, our address is 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bernardino. But if you come from Marin County, East Bay Area, or San Jose, your money spends just as well as anybody else's. And when this bald-headed son of a bitch gets hold of you, you will spend money. Talking about payments, 5 years payments of $100 a month. You can't get even. So shot before you buy. Base your Chrysler Plymouth.
There you go. That's Bob Levy. That is the one and only Reverend Bob Levy from back in the day. Scott, I think I saw that commercial many years ago. It must be an outtake when that guy lost his shit on the owner of that company or something.
That was the first time I've seen it. I was going to ask you if that was the same words that guy used back then.
Yeah, I believe that was I've seen that commercial like a couple of years ago, I want to say. And this guy, for whatever reason, maybe it was nighttime, he had enough, but he was like talking about the owner, that fat bald head son of a bitch is going to take all your money and rape you and take your money and use it on prostitutes and whores and all that stuff. All Cyke had to do is put Bob Levy's voice to it. Live Ween says we were streaming until 3 a.m. this morning, and then I did a guitar stream afterwards. What the hell? Let's see. All right. Well, let's continue on here with the Cyke Labs content segment. And I found the piece that everybody loves and looking for. So after these commercial messages, we'll get back to more Cyke Labs content. But first, these words.
Pride for me.
Oh, hey, twin.
Not being ashamed of being gay anymore. Delta supports everyone of every group, whether you're gay, whether you're straight.
I started in the women's uniform. I didn't feel like it was me. Once I
makes me feel very Aaron-ish.
The men's uniform, I can't even describe how I feel and how it helps me feel confident in who I am.
Confident.
Every day when a male flight attendant meets me and I'm wearing my vest and my tie, I always say, "Hey, twin," like that.
Hey, twin.
I'm a little upset because you look better than I do in the male uniform.
Get out of here.
Chris fucking Abel.
There you go. We support Pride. And so does Clyde, right here on BF Live. But now back to a couple more pieces of Cyke Labs content before we get on to some more fun stuff. Yes, Scott, I forgot that you weren't here the other day, or just yesterday maybe, for when I showed some of the latest Cyke Labs content. So I didn't realize you didn't see that when I first played it. Cool. I'll see. Let's see. Live Ween believes that this is a top five of all. I know you people love it. And I was playing it every day, but I thought maybe people get tired of the repetition. But you don't seem to be tired of it at all, so I'm happy to play it for you. Josh in Tennessee checks in. He checks in and he says, "Hoya, y'all, checking in while I have a brief moment on the excavator." Bob Lee Buddha said, "That's a weird way of saying elevator. Well, keep your eyes on the road or on that excavator road and your hands upon the wheel. Stay safe. Keep us in your ear in one earbud, or keep me playing in your cab, and I'll keep you company." Josh in Tennessee. Thanks for joining us today, buddy. Widow Killer checks in and says, "SJ is going live at 3 o'clock. Okay. For any of you, this thing really stuttering John world over here, but if you want to watch that, go and check that out at 3. Hoya, Josh from our friend Space Nerd. This is Cyke Labs content. This is BF Live. This is Bob Levy. I know you didn't see this one, Scott. This one's called On the Strength, yo. Just look at that hat on him. He looks like he stole Ray DeVito's hat. I'm going to play this one for you. On the Strength, yo. Here we go.
I ain't gonna lie. Right now, my feelings is a little hurt, yo.
Why, yo?
I was just walking in the Wawa on Haramango Ave.
For real, yo?
And I was trying to be polite, hold the door for the girl behind me. You know what I'm saying? She was walking in with another girl.
Say words, son.
You know, she said thank you.
Right.
I said, "No problem, sweetie, no problem." I kept walking in. And I hear her whisper to the girl behind her. That boy looked retarded. And she didn't think I heard that shit. But I heard that shit.
Bob heard that shit.
It hurt my feelings, yo. On Strength. I just wish people would think about shit before they say it, you know what I mean?
On the Strength. On the Strength with Bob Levy. I had a feeling you would like that when there's so much going on there. It's Bob looking like Bob. It looks like he's got Ray's hat on, the hip hop hat, and he's saying on the strength. STREMPF or something like that. Let's see. Deadful asked Josh in Tennessee, why did you divorce Cavator? Why is she excavator, Josh? Boom to that. There you go. I'm running my excavator. Why did you divorce it? Nimrod says, oh yeah. Haha, Deadful. Nimrod71 checks in. Hey, Nimrod. I'm sure John will be calm and reasonable. I don't know. You'll have to tune in to see that. I don't know. I mean, what's he going to say? Whatever. He's going to be John, I guess, is what he's going to do. But we're not John here. This is BF Live, so you can go for that if you need to. Well, you do. We try to avoid the political because if this was a political show, that's what it would be all day. But we like to concentrate on fun, living and laughing right here. But there is a little politics with Basil Marceau. That is right here on BF Live. Let's see what he's up to this time because this is a new one, Scott. This is one we haven't seen yet from Basil Marceau Levy.
Okay, these are my favorites.
Here we go. I haven't seen this one yet either. Here we go.
Hello, citizen. I'm not a cop. Don't let me scare you. I'm BasilMarceau.com, the Republican governor for Tennessee. I'm here today next to this T-86L aircraft. I picked this location because I like it a lot. Well, it looks good. Hope it stays here forever.
Yep.
I'm here to talk about gun control.
Uh-oh.
Many people died for gun control in the military to make sure our Constitution stays full.
Right.
And alive and not be a dead letter, as is quoted in the Congressional Globe. 39 Congress, 38, 41, and 42. So I have to look back at our forefathers, how they wrote the Constitution. They knew we had murderers on the streets. They know we had nutcakes, but they didn't put no subparagraphs in there concerning them. So who am I to say I'm a right amendment in the Constitution and say nutcakes can't have guns, criminals can't have guns? So I have to go look at the Constitution myself, and it says there that we have a right to bear arms against our government. Right. At the moment, that'd be very difficult. The government have Patriot missiles. We have slingshots with stones, and they want to put numbers on the stone to find out where it came from.
Oh God, they're going to number stones.
Well,
Scott.
I'm not playing bad. So I'm going to have to recall all licenses, all permits.
No, you're not.
And allow everyone in the state to have a gun. And if you don't have one, maybe I'll even fine you $10 for not having one.
Damn,
because I want you all
for not having
in
one,
a group
Scott.
of 25 or more to come to Nashville with your guns and tell me I'm doing wrong. And then we'll sit down at the table and discuss it. And 10 to 1, being that we the people in charge, and I'm only borrowing the seat temporarily for 8 years.
Damn.
So I'm gonna have to let them rule. So I'm BasilMarceau.com. I want you to say the Pledge of Allegiance every time when you go down to the voting place.
Okay.
And then also, Mary, you can pray too. Make sure you're picking the right person. Ask for guidance.
Right.
And once again, I'm BasilMarceau.com. I'll see you at the post. Amen.
Bob Basil Marceau Levy from the Twisted Mind of Cyke Clyde right here during our Cyke Lab. Look at it. Look, Scott, the prop master. This is why we call him the prop master, because he's got a flag at the ready, right? He's talking about America.
Was that guy, was he being serious trying to win what he was he serious about winning it?
Bro, he's always on like the same thing about it. He's going to stop traffic stop. He wants to like grow grass to sell it for fuel. Or I don't know. He talks about the kind of the same shit every time. This guy, I don't know. For a guy that doesn't seem to have won many offices, he's out there campaigning an awful lot, isn't he? Yeah. Holy shit. There you go. Deadpool says about Basil that it looks like he stays full. Yeah. He just stays full. He makes sure he doesn't get slim one bit, Deadpool says. He had 4 fathers, says our friend 2 Joints. 4 whores and 7 beers ago. That's right, 4 fathers. I had 4 fathers. There's Durkee Threads running, the Levy merch link running. Deadpool says he's based. I had 2 Joints. Fuck yeah, he did. Nimrod71 says the object of his focus is back to her regular assignment. Haha, $10 fines. That's like Clyde. Good morning, live week from 2 Joints. Go to that voting place. You know what he meant. Yes. And Cyke Clyde says he is an ex-Marine too, which is crazy to me. He was an intelligence officer too. What the fuck? That's crazy. Well, that's our boy Basil. Let me see if I have any more. I do. I have one more, Scott. And this is a video that went viral from a girl from many years ago, but now it's got a different twist to it. Well, thank you to the twisted mind of Cyke Labs right here. It definitely has a new twist to it. Some of you will definitely recognize the reference, but you never seen it like this. From the twisted mind of Cyke Labs, here is Cash Me Outside, Mrs. Levy. Cash Me Outside, Scott.
Cash Me Outside. How about that?
It's Cash Me Outside, Bob Levy. Oh, remember her, right? Cash Me Outside.
Yeah,
and Dr. Phil's like, what does that mean? Cash me outside. Catch her outside.
Me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside.
Cash me outside. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside.
Cash me outside. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside.
Catch out. Better cash her outside. Cash out Mrs. Levy outside. Well, there you go, folks. And like I said, I only have so much time in the day. I could never possibly play all of the Cyke Labs content, but I will let you know one more time. Click on the Cyke Labs YouTube right there. You don't have to type it in, folks, or anything. If you see it scrolling by in the chat, go ahead and grab it with your mouse or your finger. Click on it. Go over to Cyke Labs. Give them a like, share, subscribe. Watch them at your leisure, because that was Cyke Labs.
Psych.
All right, and I saw somebody in the chat. I saw the Chatter Protection Program Manager saying that there's one more that they like really good. It's not that too long, but so I'll play it real quick as a little bonus right here.
Back here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend, the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
All right, you're great, zombie. And good times here at the Waterfront Village.
I like turtles, too. There you go.
Hey, BF.
I like turtles.
Yes.
I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to need another bathroom break, man. My
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for letting me know. Go do what you got to do. He'll be back in a minute. She's beautiful. Catch me outside, girl. Space Nerds is saying psych, psych, psych. It's having fun with these psych emojis, which you could have fun with too if you're a member right here on BF Live. Psych says sub here, sub Levyverse. My focus is to help both channels grow. Well, thank you. Oh. Is that your channel growing, or are you just happy to see BF Live? Thank you, Cyke Clyde. I wouldn't be growing anything, or I don't like the way I'm growing because of your help. Thank you, Cyke and Dawn. Stream Elements lets me know. Thanks for scribing. Articulate John. Thank you, Articulate John. Thank you. It doesn't cost a thing to hit those subscribe buttons on these channels. Now, being a member is a little different because I have 2 levels right here on BF Live. I have $4.99 for like chat family, and then I have a $9.99, right, for Fanatics. Hi, could you help a lowly podcaster? For just 30 cents a day, you too could help BF Live. Thank you, Articulate John, for subscribing to the BF Live channel. Bro Fight coming next week, says Cyke Clyde. Zombie Levy says Space Nerd. And let's go. Let's continue on. We're going to wait for Scott to come back right here. I'm turning this element I have off right here. All right, folks. I want to wait for Scott to come back. How about if I play a little song right here? A little musical interlude while we wait for our boy Scott to come back. Let me see. What I can play for you. I can play a lot of stuff for you. I can play this.
Bobby Fran is the most talented blocker I've ever met. Hoyaya.
Hoyaya. How about that, Bob? Thank you very much, I think. Let me see.
Hoyaya.
Hoyaya. All right. There we go. Look.
Phil McCooch.
Phil McCooch. All right, let me go. Let's get on with this. All right, what I got for you? Oh, I could do this one. Yo. From Cyke Labs also.
Weak alls that heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already.
Mom spaghetti.
He's nervous, but on a circus view, it's calm and ready to drop balls. But he keeps stars forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's joking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up over. I'll smack that to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. So he's so bad, but he won't give up that. He know he won't have it. He knows his own backs that he's wrong. His own body, he knows that, but he's drunk. He's so scared that he knows when he goes back to his mobile homes. Acts when it's that to do that begin yo. This own fat city dreadable tax at his moment.
Everybody now.
In the music, the more makes you fall, makes you sweat. I never let it go. Or we get one shot from darkness. It's half the blow. It's hot as soon as he got you watch how the light shine.
There you go. That's how we do it. That is from the talented Cyke Labs. That's one of the early things that you kind of hooked me up with. So thank you for that, Cyke Clyde and Ding Dong. Here we go. All right, folks. Well, Scott will be back in a minute, so I can probably start setting up this next thing we're going to do. We're going to do Crushing It, folks. I think it's a safe assumption to say that everybody likes to see like videos of stuff being crushed. I was going to say guys, but I think ladies like it too. Just some satisfaction. Matter of fact, a nice lady gave me this clip. So where the hell did I put it? Son of a bitch. I hate when I work so hard I hide shit from myself. Oh, I know. I put it over here. I won't ever play with YouTube. Where did I put it? So much content. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Let me go right here. Oh, we got to do this, folks. Hang on a second. Let me play this for you. Hi, folks. Your view's important to me. I have so much content, it's a little hard to find on the fly in a couple beats and all, but I'm doing my damnedest to do it. Could you please like, share, and subscribe BF Live as I look for this next thing? Let me see. Where did I put it? I'll just put it in line. Oh, here it is. I found it. Thank you for your patience. This is a nice video, and this was provided by the one and only, the lovely Space Nerd. Thank you, Nerd. She likes seeing stuff get crushed. So we're crushing it here on BF Live. We're going to watch some of these videos. Let's see. Space Nerd lets us know that second cup of coffee, I hold no responsibility for my actions. Gas just checks in and says, is the chat empty or is it just me? Not empty over here. Not on BF Live. I see plenty of chats. I've been having people message me saying that they have not been able to chat on this show for the last few days. A couple different people. So I know this happened to Wild Bill. It's kind of how I got the whole the unearned Blocky Fran persona, if you will, because for whatever reason, people, YouTube or something doesn't let certain people in or something. I've told people like reset their computers or stuff, and for whatever reason, some people can't get through. What up, Gaseous? My favorite turkey. Get ready, Jen, says Brian Kowalczyk. A little Hoya, Gaseous. Well, come on, let's get a late in the day Hoya. You know what I mean? That's right. Scott Fitzpatrick said, it's going to be a little bit for me. You don't have to wait for me to do the ladies' things if you need to. See, I see what's going on here. Scott was thinking he knows the rhythm of the show so well that he thought I was going to go right to the ladies thing. Well, I will let you know, ladies, that I think I only have like one thing. I have one thing that I didn't play, if you can believe it. So you got to bring more to me. So I didn't really have on the ladies. I got it penciled in, but I only have one element to play today for the ladies. So it would be very short. So that's why today, right now, I'm doing Crushing It. We're going to crush it here on BF Live. So let's see, either Scott comes back or not, I'm going to play it for you right now. This is cool videos of stuff being crushed. Let's see how this looks in Crushing It right here. Let's check it out on BF Live. Like to see it? Here it goes. What is this? It's like little ciclets or gumballs. Little squishy thing. Let's just slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna slow it down some. Oh, lemon under a hydraulic press. padlock. What is that, like a vat of some kind of liquid? Boom, and there it went. Tomatoes. They're going to make some tomato sauce. Oh, damn. Ooh, crushing a nice watch. We got some yarn. Wow. What is that? I don't even know what this is. Metal box, maybe? Oh. One of these sponge balls. It's like conversation hearts and little candies. Oh, look, they got to have them relief holes so all that candy can get out. Poker chips. Damn. Plates. Oh, shit. I don't even know what some of these things are. Cantaloupe. Oh, damn. How about this? A football? Watch another. Oh, WD-40 can. Everybody's got these. I would hope. Under pressure. A Rubik's Cube. That thing's gone. I still don't know what this is. It looks like a gel or a piece of fruit or something. Oh. Prime energy drink. Here we go. We're getting into the energy drinks now. Crushing it. I'll play this up to play a couple more of these, and then we'll get on some other fun stuff right here on BF Live. It's 25 minutes into hour number 3 of BF Live Stream Show 182. What in the hell? Aw, little kitty toys. Little duck. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky. The coins. Is that a muffler? Your muffler, fix it. All right, one more thing. We'll go back to this one. One more cool thing. Come on, next one's got to be cool. Look at this. That means something, bitch. It's just a toy. Here we go. What is this? Come on, I need to see something better than this. I don't need something squishy. Play-Doh. Everybody's had some Play-Doh, yo. Well, there you go. It's a pretty long video, but that was crushing it right here on BF Live. Lest anyone think Scott left a little early. Let's see. Great Malenko checks in during that. See, Great Malenko's feeling the vibe. He knows that various crushers are fascinating. Isn't that neat? And I'll save a little bit more of that. I'll do this segment again maybe on another day. But that is kind of neat, man. I don't know what it is that's so satisfying or pleasing about seeing things get crushed. But we like it. Guys, girls, everybody likes it. Thanks for checking in, Great Malenko. I could watch this all day and the slow-mo ones too, see? Oh my God, Liveween reminds us that he's saying Cyke, cleanup guy at the booth, that Sal Governale frequented. Sure, everybody knows that. Yeah, and he had the whole app. He was going to make an app about like rub and tug places where he would let guys know that you could go there and get a certain kind of a happy ending, if you will. That's Sal Governale, boy. Let's see. Someone apparently put Vince in that thing before he exited the womb. I see. Did you like watching that, Vince?
I'd rather look at a big black cock.
You probably are right now. All right, thank you. Let's see. Sucks to be the cleanup guy I'm kind of going backwards, so that's kind of why they're out of order. Saturday Protection Program Manager says, Scott, you were going to watch the lady segment on your toilet. Oh, they figured out what you were doing. They're like, BF's getting ready to get us all turned on here, showing that for the ladies segment. Well, I currently don't have enough in the hopper to do a whole dedicated segment of For the Ladies, but we'll try to do that on another day right here on BF Live. That was crushing it. You know, it is Wednesday, folks, and I like to mix it up. I don't necessarily like to do the same segment or kind of bit or whatever thing every single day, but maybe on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I think that these are good times to look and see what the stars hold for us. So why don't you do this, folks? You throw your astrological signs in the chat, and I will read them soulfully to you with BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings for a Wednesday. Let's get into that. Soulful Horoscope Readings.
Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Reading.
I'm over here in the horoscope studio now. This is where I will rub my crystal balls. You throw your sign into the chat, and I will read your horoscopes soulfully right here on BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. So let's get into that. But first, all right, here we go. Let me find my, did I play my porn/horoscope music? I can't fail to do that. We must hear the porn/horoscope music playing in the background. Bow, chicky, wow, wow. Oh, it puts me in the mood to rub my crystal balls, ladies and gentlemen. As we get into BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings for today, I'm going to go to the top of the chat to where I see the first one, and I see that my friend Gaseous the Turkey checks in for Capricorn. So this will be for my friend Gaseous and for my friend Deadful and any other Capricorns joining us here today on BF Live. This is BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings for the middle of the week. So let me rub my crystal balls. Feels pretty good. Number one. All right, here we go. I will read Crappy Corn, as Deadful likes to say. This is for all of my Capricorn friends out there. Today is a 9, Capricorn. You're a powerful force. A personal dream is within reach, Capricorn, with the revelation of an unexpected opportunity. Your past work speaks well for you. That's for my Capricorn friends. And it starts out by saying that today is a 9, so I hope all my Capricorn friends are having a 9 out of 10 kind of day. Thank you, Gaseous. Leo for the lovely Space Nerd. This is for Space Nerd and all the lovely Leos joining us in the chat today. Hello, Nerd. Today is a 9, Leo. Maintain your fitness. How about fitness in your ass? Oh. Maintain your fitness and health routines faithfully. You mean faithfully? You mean like this? This must be Scott's or something, but Scott's a Cancer. You're building energy, Leo, strength and stamina. Consider new treatments or therapies. Grow your performance and skill levels. Is that your skill level, or are you just happy to see me? There you go. That is the horoscope for Leo, for Space Nerd, and all of our Leo friends joining us here today on BF Live. I'm going to go on, and the Red and Wild Bill says, Demon, leave his body. I cast you out, the demon. There we go. The Reverend Wild Bill is making a reference to a semen demon because he told Scott in the chat that he was releasing a demon. Oh, wrong sound. Here you go. This is what happens after you release the demon. There you go. That's what Scott's doing. He released the demon. Let the poison out. Gemini, for my friend Brian Kowalczyk, who I will rub my balls extra time just for you, my friend, and all the Geminis in the chat today. This is for Brian Kowalczyk. Hey, Brian, and all my Gemini friends. Today is also a 9 out of 10 for you. Review financial plans. Handle duties and obligations. It's a duty. Sign contracts and agreements. Clarify questionable budget items. Together, contribute for a shared dream. Profit in the collaboration. So it definitely sounds money-based. Review your financial plans. Handle your duties and obligations. It sounds like you're going to be like mixing with people, and it's going to involve maybe a lucrative situation. So that's for Brian Kowalczyk and all of my Gemini friends in the chat today. Nephilism, please, says, no. Nephilim? That's not a thing. Let's see. Vag from the Reverend Wild Bill. He means Sagittarius, a.k.a. Sagittarius. Sagittarius is not a sign, technically, but it is right here on BF Live. So this is for the Reverend Wild Bill, my Sagittarius friend Bobby Nick Havens, and all the rest of the Sagittarius/Sagittarius joining us today. Sagittarius, today is also a 9 out of 10. Wow, everybody's having a good day. I'm afraid to read mine. Excuse me. Sucked in a little too much air. Persistent action can be profitable, Sagittarius. I'll get a little better reading on this. Persistent action can be profitable, Sagittarius. Discipline and experience contribute towards realizing a financial goal. Make an important connection. Track your expenses and income carefully. That's for the Reverend Wild Bill, for Deadfool, and all of the Sagittarius / Sagittarius friends joining us here for BF Live Stream Show 182. As I move on to the great Malenko, who asked for Cancer, please. Well, I'm going to give you the astrological version of Cancer. This is for not only for the great Malenko, but this will be for Scott Fitzpatrick and that creepy Brian Clauter, who always shows up poking him in the back with his wood. I hope you're doing better, Brian. I hope your hand's healing and all that stuff. This is for Brian. This is for Scott. And this is for the great Malenko and all the other Cancers joining us today. I will rub my balls, not creepily at all. Today is an 8, Cancer, an 8 out of 10. Provide a stabilizing influence for your partner. It's time, not money, that your sweetheart needs. Listen for what's wanted and needed and lend your strength to it, Cancer. So there you go. It's not time. It's time, not money or penis. There you go. That's for the great Malenko, Scott Fitzpatrick, and the creepy Brian Clauter standing behind him. Aries Libra comes in with Mandy Div. She never waits for one or the other to be read. She always asks for 2. So here you go. Here's your Aries. Aries, no reason I cannot read that for you. So I'm gonna rub my balls real good for this one. Yeah. All right. Today is an 8 out of 10 for my Aries friends, like Mandy Diff. Provide leadership at work. Focused, persistent efforts pay off. Someone important is paying attention. Who, me? Gain support for your project and share inspiration and motivation. And now we go to Libra. Today is an 8 out of 10 for my Libra friends. Handle your chores and repairs at home, Libra. Domestic duties provide satisfying results. Clean, organize, wash your ass, no, I added that, and beautify your spaces. Treat your family with something delicious. There you go. Treat yourself. Treat that family to something delicious. Oh, sounds like she already did. So there's your 2. I wish we could hear that pleasant music. Well, can you not hear it? I can turn it up a little bit. Sometimes the bow chicky wow wow can be a little overwhelming. Oh. Plus people start wanting to get horny if I play it too loud. They'll be like, All right, here we go. Let's see. We have, there's the Stream Elements bot running. Sagittarius, says Terry Name. We did that. Well, Sag and Aquarius. How about if I read Aquarius just to be safe? This is for any Aquarius in the chat today. Today is a 7 out of, let me feel that ball. There you go. 7 out of 10. Today is a 7 out of 10. The action is backstage. Organize plans in detail. Follow the rules closely, Aquarius. Create a mission statement and a vision. Declare the results that you want. That's right. Dress for the part you want to be and chart your steps along the way. Sweet, says our friend Deadfool in response to his being read. Damn straight, says our friend Gaseous in response. Let's see. I can't make out those signs. I'm imagining it's a Leo. It's a lion. There you go. I'm hard enough with the letters, much less the symbols. They get real tiny in my chat. I am, LOL. There you go. Welcome back, Scott. Your dreams were your ticket out.
Man.
I don't know. People had theories on what you were actually doing because they thought that you thought that I was getting ready to go to the For the Ladies segment, right?
Well, I did take my phone with me, and I thought there might be a chance maybe. But yeah, I can already feel my guts getting kicked, twisted. I think my sausage was bad or something.
I hate that, Scott. We try to not be too indelicate on here, but we have had private conversations about whatever reason it is. It's like, why do our bowels want to challenge us when they know that we have to be on screen for a period of time, right?
Yeah.
It always seems like they know that we're concentrating on something. It's like, nope.
I just lost 4 more pounds.
Holy shit. There you go. Holy shit.
Pounds now.
There you go. Oh. There it went. Brian Kowalczyk says, oddly on point, BF. Stocks do seem up today. On a side note, see? It's always usually more than one person that tells us that they relate or, they identify something on the BF Live Soulful Horoscope readings. Scott says, I lost 4 more pounds.
I can jump higher and run faster.
The Reverend Wild Bill says, Scott Fitzpatrick, no filter. You birthed a baby, Scott? You're a toilet baby. Brown toilet baby. The age of a... Go ahead.
I feel like I was being... Maybe I shouldn't have said this. I feel like I was being graped in reverse in slow motion.
Oh, wait a minute. You think? We're not gonna get too descriptive. I kind of think I know what you're talking about, but here we go. There we go. The Reverend Wild Bill says, that's Scott Fitzpatrick, no filter. That was your and Bobby Nick's love child. Oh, and there it went. Mr. Crow and me checking in, saying good morning. Oh, hey, Mr. Crow. Cacao, you got the cacao from Scott. Very good. There you go. Hey, Mr. Crow, it's been a minute. I haven't seen you here all this week, but welcome to Wednesday and welcome to BF Live Stream Show 182. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Scott, no filter. Who did it favor more, you or Bobby, the toilet baby? Look like Bobby?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Look like Bobby. Let's see. Nobody does it like the bull, and that's a clue for Taurus. So did I read Taurus already? I'm kind of got sidetracked to what I was doing. I thought I did read Taurus, but let's read Taurus. Here we go. This is for Cyke Clyde, Mrs. Ding Dong, and all of the other Taurus the Bulls in the chat on BF Live Stream Show 182 today. Hey, Taurus, today is an 8 out of 10. A dreamy trip or exploration can be realized with coordination. Do the homework. Research the background and history. Assemble the puzzle piece by piece, and you can do it. Good morning, Mr. Crow from Cyke Clyde. The Red Wild Bill says, Mr. Crow, Hoya. You're getting the love right back from Mr. Crow to Cyke. Hoya Wild Bill from Mr. Crow. As we continue on, do we have any more signs? Scott, I read Cancer, right? You weren't here, but I read Cancer.
Yeah, me and Brian was here. We was here. We caught it.
That's right. Okay, I read that. Yeah, I'm all over the place mentally. I'm a little scrambled right now. Okay, but one thing I'm not scrambled about is there virtually are no other Virgos here other than me. So I will selfishly rub my balls for my own pleasure. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to read Virgo for me and any other Virgos that might happen to be out there. Closeted Virgos. Today is an 8 out of 10. So I like that. A romantic dream can come true with a collaborative effort. You're damn right it can. Share a vision and contribute your talents and creativity. Your passion grows once it's kindled. Well, I like to think that I do that every day. Oh, boy, it's one of us. I guarantee, Wild Bill. Hang on, I'll tell you about that. But I'm on the cusp with BF, Space Nerd says. So she patiently waited for me to read Virgo. Thank you, Space Nerd. The Great Malenko says, I'm the 33rd like. Thank you to the Great Malenko and everybody else that is liking, sharing, and subscribing this channel, BF Live. I do my best to hold it down for you in the afternoon here, me and Scott Fitzpatrick and all of our friends, for 3 hours of live original content, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3, right here on the East Coast of the United States. Well, Scott, I think I got about all of them right there, buddy. Let's see. Whoop. BF getting laid tonight. Let's see. I'll have to get my wife to read that horoscope. There you go. Well, the funny thing is that she and I share a birthday too, so maybe she's getting laid tonight. But I digest. And with that, folks, I'll run the element because that was, for Wednesday, that was BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. Let's see what other kind of fun we can get into in the last 20 minutes of BF Live Stream Show 182.
Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope
Let's go. I turn my porn/horoscope reading music off, and we're back to the regular studio, and we're back to having more fun right here on BF Live. Let's see. We got the 33rd like. We got the BF getting late tonight. The Red Wild Bill says, always the best part of my day weekly, the Bobby Fran midday show. I'm so complimented and humbled by that. You humble me. I humble you. Thank you, the Red Wild Bill. I just want to be a place for people in the midday that are maybe like off and don't have nothing to get into. Maybe you're at work and you need somebody just to distract you to get you through your workday. I hope I can do that for a few people. That's my little goal right here on BF Live. All right, but my goal is to continue having fun up until the top of the hour right here. where I'm at. Scott, do you like the show Family Feud? It's been around forever.
Yeah. Actually, I like it a lot. Really, one of my favorite ones.
I will say that we probably grew up with the Richard Dawson version or something of the Family Feud, right? Where he was groping ladies and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's my favorite version.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There was something like weird and compelling about Richard Dawson. He was creepy, but people like accepted it or something. It's very weird, but it just seemed like it worked at the time. Well, now he moved on. They've had other hosts. Some of them have passed on, and by self-passing on and stuff like that. But at any rate, I'm just talking about the history of Family Feud in order to show you this next clip right here, because the show has become like more racy and more crazy than it ever used to be. Like, remember back in the day, they used to say like making whoopee on the game shows, right? They wouldn't say like having sex or being intimate. They'd say making whoopee.
Right.
Although we all knew what the hell they meant, didn't we, Scott?
Yeah.
We're like, they talking about fucking. We know what they
talking about. I didn't let my parents know I knew what they meant, or I wouldn't be able to watch the show. So I just acted dumb.
Mom and Dad, what's whoopee? Shut up, Scott.
It's actually dumb.
I'd say I am off mentally, LOL, says the Reverend Wild Bill. Well, check this out. And plus, it's gotten so crazy and racy now with the answers. And it's just so weird. I understand they film it in Georgia now because you always see the made in Georgia thing at the end of it. So I think maybe that has some effect on the answers they get when they go out and poll people. But this was a particular question that was asked to a guy that was in the speed round. And check out this answer that he gave, like off the top of the dome, Scott.
Tell me a part of the body that begins with the letter T.
Titties.
My dude said titties, Scott, straight up. Notice the lack of hesitation. I'm going to play it one more time.
Testicles.
Steve Harvey is notoriously a dick. Love it. Yeah, he does seem like that guy who's kind of like, look, just don't bother me and talk to me too much. We're going to get through these tape-ins and don't be coming at me sideways and all. He does seem a little irritated by the process, much like Pat Sajak did near the end of his time at Wheel of Fortune, who now has Ryan freaking Seacrest. But at any rate, I'm going to take you back one more time, Scott, because once again, I admire the answer, and the lack of hesitation is just hilarious and amazing.
Tell me a part of the body that begins with the letter T.
Titties.
Hit it with a straight face.
Good answer.
Favorite part.
Without hesitation. And he saw absolutely nothing wrong.
There you go, Scott. There you go. I love that. And that might be some of the unfortunate honesty, the raw honesty you get when you put somebody in that pressure situation, Scott. Like if they ask you to name your favorite body part with a P, which you're going right? You're going to do it. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the answer I thought you were going to say. Live Ween says, why ain't you making whoopee cushions then or something? Hi-oh, if you're making whoopee, why ain't you making them cushions? Widow Killer says, during what month of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant? September is the best answer ever. Hi-oh, that's after New Year's. Yeah, because I've often questioned my mother on that because I'm a September baby too there, Widow Killer. And I said, come on, when I got older and bold enough to say this, Scott, to them, it was like when they were much older. I said, come on now, y'all can be honest. Y'all was just like screwing around. They already had 4 kids, Scott. I'm the 5th one. So it wasn't like and I'm like, come on, I know what was going on. Y'all, mom and dad hooked up on New Year's, and I'm a New Year's baby, right? So there you go. So that's why the women looks pregnant. It's in September because they did it at the New Year. Agnes says Cyke Clyde. Bob, that's how you say Agnes, right? Well, kind of Cyke brought it up. My Bill says, we don't filter here in Georgia. Bob just wanted to share that clip with you, Scott, because I just love the quickness and just the raw honesty of it. It's like titties. Like no hesitation at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Testicles.
There you go with that again. I'm trying to give you a way out of it, and you go right back to testicles. Oh my goodness. Well, you're on your own with that one, Scott. Well, in the first story that we did on the BF Live Other News or Not So Serious News, it involved a world record, and it involved that restaurant. I'm excuse me, but that chicken, or it was a hotel. Why did I say restaurant? I'm thinking chicken. I must be hungry. That chicken-shaped hotel. And that was like a world record. So I thought maybe we would look at some other world records. Maybe do this little segment here called BF's Live's Wild World of Records, if I can find the element that says that. We're going to look Wild World of Records, and we're going to look at some world records that are being set, because I think you and I have figured out that you can almost get a world record in almost anything, right?
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of imagination, it seems, if you can think something up.
Yeah, and if you can get it by the record keepers. But let's see. Let's look at some of these world record stuff. Let's see. I got a couple for you right here. Wild World of Records. This first story in Wild World of Records. World record stuff. Wild shit that people do to get a world record. It says Kentucky bowling team breaks a world record with 2,032 strikes in 24 hours, Scott. I can't even get one.
No, yeah.
I can't even get one on purpose. Titties guy is my spirit animal, says Live Ween. We feeling them. Yes, but this is about, bro, I have a hard time if I go bowl, like luckily getting like a 1 strike a game if we bowl 3 games. I just not that locked into it. I get them once in a while. But these people got a quartet of bowlers in Kentucky set a new Guinness World Record by rolling a collective 2,032 strikes in 24 hours. Louisville residents Steve Wiseman, Trace Wiseman, Kyle Reed, and Eric Howard completed their 24-hour bowling marathon Monday at Lane 1 at Kingpin in Jeffersontown. Kingpin. They were aiming to take the Guinness World Record title for the most strikes in 24-hour period in 10-pin bowling with 4 people, a new category requiring a minimum of 1,200 strikes to inaugurate the record, Scott. So there you go. So there's a new record right there. The men reached the Guinness World Record goal about 14 hours into their attempt and kept going for the rest of the 24 hours, ending with a total of 2,032 strikes. Video and other evidence from the attempt is being submitted to the record-keeping organization for official verification. The Wiseman brothers already hold the world records for the most pins knocked down in 24 hours by a team of 2, and the same record for a team of 4. Let me show you some video of this. I think they got some video up here. Let's run the video.
A bowling team dedicated their spare time to etching their place in the Guinness World Record books. They started at midnight, going for the most strikes in 24 hours. Our Dalton Godby visited Kingpin Lanes earlier tonight.
Some would say that doing the same thing over and over and over again looks good is insanity.
These guys have been bowling since midnight.
These bowlers expect the same result, and they're not insane.
They've done amazing.
But their goal is
most strikes in a 24-hour period in 10-pin bowling by a team of 4 people.
Let me spare you the thinking. 4 bowlers have to bowl as many strikes in 24 hours as possible. It's a new Guinness World
How's that run in the bathroom again, man?
All right, buddy.
Established record, they will come up with a number that they deem fair.
So the mark is 1,200. That didn't take long.
They just achieved at 1:49 p.m. this afternoon a brand new Guinness World Record.
And we're going to keep bowling and drive that number way high so nobody can beat us.
Even after striking the new record, these bowlers have a method to the madness.
15 balls each, that's it. We're going to go all day long like that, and it's a perfect strategy.
And while these 4 guys are the ones bowling,
I wonder who's responsible for counting them.
People rolling strikes behind
I'm going on strikes as PSP. How you doing, PSP?
Video the record, keep count of the strikes, and just support. Everyone stays in their own lane.
My dad came up with this idea, and they were like, yeah, let's do it.
Angie Smith, whose dad and brother bowl, does all of that and leads a 24-hour raffle to support a cancer support network.
The money is going to the Friend for Life Cancer Support Network.
And as the money comes in, strikes roll down, and the record keeps on breaking.
Oh, I'm so proud of these guys.
With photojournalist Ariana Shuka.
Lots of blisters, lots of tape.
Dalton Godby.
All worth it, 100%.
WDRB News.
There you have it. That's how it went down, folks. That's how it went down right there. That's one of the records in BF Live's Wild World of Records segment that we're kind of doing right here to wrap up this show, Stream Show 182. Scott has to go relieve himself because of all the balls on screen. The bathroom, again, it must be a twin birth, Bobby Jr. and Scott Jr., says our friend, the Reverend Wild Bill. Let me see where I can find that out. Where'd it go? Here we go. There it is. It's up. Peter Peter Scott Parker checked in during that segment. What's up, PSP? How you doing, brother? Living the dream. Me too, PSP. Good afternoon from Space Nerd. The Reverend Wild Bill gets the shout-out love to Peter Scott Parker. Live Ween says, bowling? Why ain't you bowling or something? Bowling? There you go. Bowling. There you go. Hey, Space Nerd from Peter Scott Parker. Hey, Wild Bill from Peter Scott Parker. PSP, my favorite asshole, checked in. Says Cyke Clyde. Wiener getting the shout-out love from PSP. Gasha says, God damn, Bobby Nick must have emptied his entire load into Scott. I don't know. They definitely having a toilet baby. There you go. Let's see. Well, let's see. What do you got to say about all of this, Bobby Nick?
I shaved my butthole for this?
No, I guess you did. Cyke is getting the shout out love from PSP and the Black Soul Fist Bump. Gas says, Bobby's the man, says the Reverend Wild Bill. Bobby Nick equals the Duke of the Great White Peter North. Wiener's getting the ween. Let's see. I seen you on PSP, says Live Ween. As I continue here, more with some Wild World of Records right here. And another one, let's see. Oh, this is a crazy one. This one, maybe some of you have the skill, maybe you don't. An Idaho man spits ping pong balls at a wall to break a record. Look at it. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, my God. Scott might have to go to the bathroom again. Let's see. It says, a serial record breaker, David Rush, broke one of his own records by using his mouth to bounce a ping pong ball off a wall 47 times in 30 seconds. Like, how fast is this dude spitting? Where it's more than one a second. The Boise, Idaho resident, who currently holds the most concurrent Guinness World Record titles in the world, previously set the record for the most times to bounce a ping pong ball off a wall with the mouth at 43. So he broke his own record by 4 more. Rush took aim at his own title during a record-breaking marathon at Guinness World Records headquarters in London. He quotes to say, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to beat it since it's an extremely challenging record that requires speed, precision, and consistency, Rush wrote online. Rush managed to beat his own record with 47 bounces in 30 seconds. Sure, it's not the most flattering record, but I'm proud of the effort that it took and the hundreds of failures I was able to overcome to capture this Guinness World Records title, he said. Let me show you some video up here. That's the picture. I don't know if they... There you go. Yep, here it is right here. Yes. This guy's probably big in the gay community. I'm just guessing right here. Our friend Space Nerd asked a very valid question. Is there a world record for someone who holds the most world records? I believe it is this guy right here. I think they did mention it in the context of the thing. His name is David Rush. He's a serial record breaker. He broke one of his own records. And I believe right now, Space Nerd, I believe this guy, David Rush, who you just saw, that's what he does. He wants to have the record for having the most records in the book. So there's so many levels and layers to this. So I figured we just talk about some right here on BF Live. Bob Bill's loving it. He says, oh, I'm thrilled shitless with this. There you go. So there's that. Space Nerd, never go full Inception, says Live Ween. Ween is getting the laugh from the nerd. Space Nerd says, thanks, BF. Thank you to the lovely Space Nerd. I got one more to show you here. I don't know if Scott's going to continue masturbating or if he's going to be back for the end of the show. But it is about 4 minutes to the top of the hour. 4 minutes until we complete 3 hours of live, original, and hopefully enjoyable content right here for you in the midday, folks. All right, so I got one more for you. Let me see. Did I not show this one or not? I want to say. We're going to show it. This one. Here's the last one. This is a doozy. A lot of people can relate to this, or at least half the people can, because a lot of you have iPhones. YouTubers build the world's biggest iPhone. A pair of YouTubers broke the Guinness World Record by constructing a scaled-up iPhone 15 Pro Max, measuring 6.74 feet tall. Tech reviewers, Mr. Who's the Boss, aka Aaron Mayani, enlisted the help of gadget building specialist DIY Perks, aka Matthew Perks, to build one of the largest smartphone replicas. Manani said that he wanted to create a giant iPhone to celebrate the milestone of his YouTube follower count surpassing that of the official Apple account. The finished phone had to be fully functional, including a touchscreen, camera, flashlight, and a charging port. The quote says, "It feels like a full circle moment. I'm so proud of both our team and Matt for pulling off what's never been done before," Mainani says. All right, so let me show you some video of this. This is what went into making the world's biggest iPhone.
Aaron here has set me the biggest challenge
It's 32 minutes, so I'm certainly not playing it all, so we'll just hit the bullet points. There we go.
my entire YouTube career, building the world's largest iPhone. Pretty much everyone's familiar with the iPhone, but why on earth build a giant one?
Well, we are just about to overtake Apple in subscribers on our YouTube channel, and we need something to commemorate the moment.
This is a huge deal, considering that it's a small team versus a massive corporation. However, building the world's literal largest iPhone, I have a feeling it's not going to be easy. Every component on the phone has to be fully functional. The screen, cameras, speakers, even the buttons. All of it needs to be made on a giant scale. This is a project you don't want to miss. We're aiming for the stars here. So the screen we're going to be using for this project is in fact an 88-inch OLED TV. And being OLED, it should match the iPhone in image quality, which would be really good. But one feature it's missing is obviously touch capabilities. It's a TV. Of course it's not going to have touchscreen. Now you can get large format touchscreen displays, but they're all based on dated LCD technology, and that will not do for this project. So to stick with OLED, we can mimic what smartphone manufacturers do by literally gluing a touchscreen layer on top.
Wow.
As you can imagine, these aren't easy to come by at this scale, but Aaron's team has managed to arrange for one to be especially manufactured to exactly the right dimensions. Testing it out reveals the first challenge though. The touch layer doesn't work when it's in direct contact with the TV's glass surface. There is simply too much interference.
So you can see, you kind of get it, folks. So it's 32 minutes long. Look at that. There's the touchscreen. The work that went into this, but ultimately at the end,
on top of a heavy-duty motorized TV stand, which allows us to give it a test fit. It's working. This is incredibly satisfying and a huge relief.
Look at that gigantic cord
in action, and that the TV and touch layer have survived. But the biggest challenge perhaps left is actually to get this over to Aaron's place. But thankfully, I've got a load of people to help me.
Well, there you go, folks. So that's what it looks like. I had a couple things written down here to kind of finish up this show. What show? BF Live Stream Show 182 right here on the midweek freaks right here on YouTube. It's also on Rumble and on Facebook. Would you please hit your like, share, and subscribe on wherever you happen to be watching BF Live today? I would certainly appreciate it. Scott's up on the screen, but I think he has challenges. He has challenges going on, so maybe Scott will be back to do his plugs, or maybe not. Today is Wednesday. I will let you know for Scott that on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, you can catch him on No Filter with Andrew and Friends. He also does a lot of the lounges, the Lunatic Lounge, this lounge, that lounge. You can also click on Scott's link running throughout the entirety of this show in the chat. You can click on that and see his walk-in videos and see the videos that Terry Nee utilizes when he stalks Scott Fitzpatrick. Thank you all very much for being here today. It is officially 3:01 where I'm at here on the East Coast of the United States. That means we made it, folks. We made it over the finish line. 3 hours of live original content every day, Monday through Friday, right here in the midday. I want to thank my bro, Scott Fitzpatrick, because I know he burns the midnight oil and stays up late and does a lot of these shows, and he basically wakes up and jumps on with me. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, my friend Scott Fitzpatrick. Thank you, Bobby Nick. I'll see you the next time I see you. For Stormy, Scott Fitzpatrick, Bobby Nick, and all the chat family, peace and love to you all, and I'll see you the next time I see you tomorrow, right here at 12 o'clock East, right here on BF Live, the BF Live Stream Show. It'll be Stream Show 183 tomorrow, folks. But that's all I got for you today for Stream Show 182. So peace and love, and have a great rest of your Wednesday, and have a great rest of your week. This has been BF Live Stream Show 182. Peace and love, and have a great day, everybody. We're out of here for now. Bye-bye.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.